Alright, welcome to this game that I have created. My name is Alex. I am your DM for today slash tonight slash wherever you are in the world. Day is, time it is. Time is a concept, ignore it. Anyway, it is called the Man with the Golden Touch. So, let's just go right ahead and get into it with character introductions from the tokens that we see them on the screen, starting left to right with Zenith.
My name is Zenith Tradewind, and honestly, if you don't know me, you must be living under a rock. But don't worry. I'm sure you'll love me soon enough.
And next up we have Victor.
My name is Victor. I have recently come through a very harrowing journey to cleanse myself of some evil that was lurking inside me, but I'm still hell-bent on my mission of ridding the rest of the evil monstrosities that plague the poor people of this world.
Next up we have Noah.
Oh, yeah, I'm Noah Rockflare, traveling bounty hunter, gunslinger. Just don't cross me and you'll live.
And Bella.
Hi, I'm Bella Longward, and I'm getting a little low on cash, so time to take another job. Got to take care of the little one back home. Got a mortgage to pay off. Things like that. Becoming an adult really sucks. It's not recommended. Yeah, I got a little bit of sticky fingers, I guess you could say, but I also know some healing magic, so it keeps me and the kiddo alive.
Solid. And last but not least, we have Girth.
Well, hello everyone, I'm Girth. I'm a wizard, and I've actually taken a break from adventuring for quite a while, and I was back home at my parents' house in Xandretta, and you can only be home as an adult halfling for so long before you just gotta get out the door. So I went back to Virton, and I saw this, and it looks interesting. I've read about firearms, and I've never seen them in action that I can remember, so why not? Here I am, ready to go.
So, you guys all find yourselves in the heart of the Dungeon Delvers Guild, in the main lobby tavern. What are the five of you doing?
Bella is talking to Noah, and she's got a piece of parchment laid out in front of them, and she's pointing. She's like, okay, so I think we could get in if we go here from the back of the building, and depending on how much the security is going on, we can either get through that window there, or we may need to climb up to the second floor. But don't worry, because I can get us up there and get us back down pretty easily. What do you think?
Sure. Whatever you got. I got my feet up. I'm just relaxing.
You're so
I'm nonchalant about all of this. Listen, whatever gets us to the gold faster.
Hopefully the others can do a decent amount of recon so we can figure out where we need to go. Get in and get out pretty fast would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, if I gotta pop someone, I'll do it, but, you know.
Good to know, man.
Zenith, Victor, Girth, what are you three doing?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'm probably just eating food because it's been a long journey to come all the way over here.
Earth, my small magic friend.
What is it? Zenith? I haven't seen you in so long!
Neither are you. How have you been?
I've been cooped up for a little bit. I'm happy to be out and enjoying good food. And he will put away his plate, which is now just wiped clean. What are you doing now? Are you going on a quest?
Well, I consider everything a quest for me, you know. It seems like everything should be that important.
It's been a long time since I've been on one of those quests. And he's going to point at the board.
Fair enough. I've caught a couple in my time, but performance is always necessary.
And Victor, what are you doing in this time?
Victor is probably sitting off to the side, reading over some notes about some magical items that he's currently trying to analyze and figure out how they fully work.
So, as you guys are doing what you've described, Girth, you pointed over and we're looking at the job board, and looking at it for a minute, you see one that kind of catches your eye. The posting itself seems to have a piece of paper that looks like it may have been a scrap piece of paper, but it's also very, very dirty. And as you walk over and look at it a little bit more, you see that there are like fingerprints on it, but they seem to have like oil residue, and they're like it's just a generally gross looking piece of paper that someone has scribbled something quickly on. And it says in all capital letters with an exclamation mark, "Help! My workshop's been overrun and is causing my business to fail. I'm the lone source of income for my family and the single largest producer, or, well, hope to be, of firearms in Erdan. They're trying to keep me from my work and take it for themselves, as well as make it so I can't make any money to support myself or my family. If you can help me get my shop back, or just rid the town of this source of, well, problems, I'll get you some money. I look forward to a positive result. Thank you." Signed, Jeffrey Steelston.
Huh. Girth is going to look to see if any of the other people are looking at this job board. And then if no one's immediately nearby, he will stand up on his tippy toes and like pull that off the board and kind of look at it closer.
You are the first to see and swipe said job posting off the board.
Zenith might circle his way around back to you eventually. Oh, what you got on there?
I'll lift it up and kind of hold it out to you. I think adventure is calling.
That looks pretty grim. I accept.
I think we might need more people. I will climb up onto my stool and scan the bar for everybody else.
You see a grizzled looking person who I don't think you've seen before in Noah, just kind of sitting there talking to Bella, who you've seen probably multiple times throughout the guild, and then a newer but older looking gentleman who is of the soldier variety, or at least it seems. What do the three of you do as you see Girth stand up on their stool and just kind of look around?
I'd say he's pretty obviously like looking for or engaging people.
You, sir. You seem like you're looking for something.
Yes. You're here. I will jump off the stool and scurry over, probably like bumping past both Bella and Noah in the process, and then I'll get over to Victor. We're looking to form a party to go on this quest, and he will hold it up to you.
Victor quickly closes the documents that he was reviewing, and sort of like slides them to the side so that way before you can get a look at them. The quest, you'll say. It seems this poor man is losing his livelihood at the hands of some hooligans. 'Tis a pity for him. I do have a free evening. I would be glad to assist you if you are looking to put together a crew.
Well, I think it's not so much me, so much as we. And I will like motion over towards Zenith.
Hi there.
Greetings. Victor's the name.
And you do seem new here, so I'm fine with letting you know this first time. My name is Zenith Tradewind.
A pleasure to meet you. You
Yes,
seem like someone that I should know, but alas, I am fairly new here and still making names with faces.
someday.
Hearing hearing Girth talk, especially as he gets like predominantly louder and louder through the guild hall, that's gonna pull Bella's attention. She hasn't seen Girth in a really long time, so she stops like in mid conversation with Noah and looks up, looks over, and like kind of like leans her way back to see the short little halfling, and she goes, "Girth, is that you?"
Girth will spin around and, like, not being able to see very well from his height, he will climb onto Victor's stool, or the back of it if you're still sitting down, and try to look over and see who's calling him. Bella!
Hey,
Bella! It's me! It's Girth! And I
hey.
will try to climb up, grabbing Victor for stability, and I'll stand at the top of the stool, or the chair back, or whatever, and, like, wave.
I'll kind of fold up the map that I was working on and stick it in my bag and kind of give Noah a nod and head over. Hey, how you been?
I've been good. It's good to get out. It's been a while since I've been to Virton, but I figured we could go on a quest, and now we have a quest. And this is Victor, and this is Zenith. Do you know each other?
No, I don't know either one of you. Hi, I'm Bella Longward.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Victor.
Pleasure.
We might have
And-
seen each other from across the room, but I don't think I'm going to give you that much leeway.
Oh, I think you'll get along great, actually. Here, give me that back, and I'll take it from Victor and hold up the job posting and stick it up in your face.
As it comes to my face, does it smell?
It does. It has the distinct smell of sulfur and oil,
Bella
almost like gunpowder.
Bella instinctively jerks her head back, and her nose kind of like crunches, and she shakes her head, and she goes, "Ugh, it smells like the old man over there. Hey, old man, this paper smells like you. Is this yours?" I'll shout back to Noah.
She's just gonna spin around in the chair and just say, "Oh, just show me the paper."
As you look at the paper and you read through it really quickly, you immediately recognize the last name of the person who signed this offer. And looking at it, you know that what is on the paper from the smell and the feel of it is what you use to clean and oil your firearms. And it smells like gunpowder and like a firearms smithy. But you recognize Steelston as a self-proclaimed master of creating firearms, and he likes to try and sell his weapons as Steelston sidearms.
Okay, so reading this, since really Bella's the only one he knows, so she would only see anything odd in this. After reading it, Noah, like with a speed you have never seen before, immediately stands up and just starts loading his weapons and is just instantly walking towards the door.
It's just, don't
And
do
says,
that so fast.
"All right, we're doing this. We have to do this. Let's go."
See you.
Well, sounds like we got our group together, Girth. Let's head out.
Good enough for me. I would kind of jump off of the chair and let go of Victor. Thank you. And I will start to hurry off.
Like casually holding his beard or cloak or something.
So as you take the job, you knowing that you've heard of Steelston before, Noah, you have an idea of where his shop is. It's a small little place, and it's out near Warford, west of Virton City by a couple of days. So you know that's the general direction of where you guys are supposed to go. He's not in Warford. He's kind of on the outskirts a little bit, which doesn't really make sense for trying to be up-and-coming merchant. But you imagine someone who's trying to build themselves um, into a portion of the trades that isn't necessarily well populated right now might want to keep some of his secrets. Well, secrets. So as you start your guys' travel, let me go ahead and put you on the right map here. It's going to be basically 1 day and 1 night travel. So you leave first thing in the morning, and you guys should be kicking over. Let me actually make this daylight right now because it's daytime. Daylight, bam. So, you guys start making your way west first thing in the morning, and you know that you'll probably get to where you need to be about late afternoon tomorrow. Is there anything you wish to do on your first day's worth of travel?
Victor would just be making small talk with his new companions. Learning a little bit about them, what they call their profession of sorts.
Oh, he learns so much about Zenith.
We all unwillingly learn a lot about Zenith.
And how amazing he is, and his adventures and exploits, and great skill, and you get the picture.
Girth will spend several, like maybe an hour or something like that, kind of poring over his spell book, and it's almost like a 3-ring binder where he like opens it up and like starts shuffling pages around, and you can see everything's like handwritten in a fine calligraphy, and a lot of it is in like a language which is all like Stickmin. But he is going to rearrange his spell slots because I just realized how much I don't want to have these spells right now.
Well, you can change yours every single day as a wizard, so that's perfectly fine. All right, and let's see. Now let's just make sure weapons.
I realize while I may not have an inclination for the arcane, I can still pick up the gist of what's in your book if I paid attention.
Do you have thieves' cant?
Well, I do happen to be 9 levels in rogue, so...
Yep, you can read it.
I can also read it over your shoulder.
No idea. Not a clue what it means.
That's funny.
But
Basically,
it's
just a
more than
bunch of,
stickmen.
Yes, it's definitely more than Stickmin, and it's a bunch of arcane jargon.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense to Bella either. She's like, that's not religious. Got it.
We went from one unknown gibberish to another.
Yes.
Fair.
Victor, you'd probably learn from Bella that she adopted a little girl, and they have a house out in Holland's Rest, and that she just tries to do odd end jobs, and then she would very subtly ask you if you've ever read a magazine called Elf Boy.
Oh, God.
I cannot say that I have, but it seems to be of a certain type of material that one would find quite pleasing.
A lot of people seem to like it. You should pick yourself up a copy, though. It's got some good articles.
I do enjoy a good magazine with good articles.
Yeah, you can pick one up at some of the local shops in a lot of the towns, so I'd recommend it. And she will casually leave out that she was featured in one of the magazines and has a contract with them.
During all of this, yeah, Noah's just dead silent during the whole trip. He is just, dead set on something. He is checking all of his weapons, making sure they're perfect, ready to fire, making sure all of his ammunition is there and perfect, and then, as I wrote down, at some point pulling out his new rifle and just checking it over.
Sounds good. All right, so as you guys make your way throughout the day, you make your way to where you can set up camp. And actually, I should have just done this. I'm going to set this to nighttime. it's no longer daylight mode, and let me do this real fast. I'm just gonna grab a random token that I have.
And it's a new camp map. I'm proud of you.
It is a new camp. You know, I really thought about it for a second about using the same old standard thing. But
I was
like, you know
expecting
what?
it, to be honest. I was expecting it.
I really thought about it. I'm just like,
Is it because I ruined it?
yes, you ruined it for me. I gotta use new ones all the time. All right, I'm gonna make a token here. So you're gonna see Fred is gonna be your fire token for right now.
Hey,
for your,
Fred.
Your
Yay,
campfire.
Hey, Fred.
So Fred's your fire because you know
You can,
he is.
Are you gonna give
Let's-
him light?
you
Yeah.
can
I
have
will.
him right in the middle if you hold Alt.
Oh, that's right. I can do that. There you go. Fred is your fire.
Thanks,
Since
Fred.
you know he actually is a fire elemental.
Always
So
count on Fred.
right, he can always do what he wants to do. Okay, so how do you guys wish to set up watches for the evening, if you want to at all?
I can take whichever you want me to.
Girth
I
forgot
got
about
it.
watches.
All right, so he's already asleep.
If he isn't,
Alright.
if he isn't in one of the tents, Bella would like try to wake him up to get him into one of
I
the tents.
think, yeah, you know, he set up his sleeping pad outside because this is all about adventuring, and he's like, I'm gonna sleep under the stars.
I look up.
Okay.
Is it gonna rain?
Roll me a D100.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
It looks very overcast, but you don't have the smell of like rain or anything in the air. It just is very dark and cloudy.
Okay.
How bright is it?
There's no moonlight, but the fire is as bright. So right now you have as far as the fire emits, and that's what, unless you have dark vision, you can see out as far as that goes. So it should be 20 from Fred.
I think you had the fire centered on Noah.
Yeah, you do.
Why? No,
I-
so you
Noah
have
has his-
you have a thing that gives you that you emit light from, right?
I have to activate it, but I was gonna at some point say I activate it, so yeah.
Well, there's the fire.
Okay.
There we go.
Or there's how the fire goes. We'll
I
say
have
whenever
a-
you want to activate it, just tell me and we'll just do that that way.
I'll probably keep it activated during the night, even while I'm asleep.
Okay, you don't have your dark vision on. You
Correct.
turn yours off, huh? All right.
Yes, I hacked into the system and turned it off.
There you go. I don't know why I accidentally turned it off for you. Now you see the whole world.
Yeah, for real.
for 60 feet of the whole world, which is not that
So,
much.
fun fact about my this lantern that I pull out, you would see Noah pull out a lantern that it's not a normal light. It's almost like a bluish light. And if anyone's familiar with them, as you look into the lantern, the light that is being emitted is actually coming from a will-o-wisp inside the lantern.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. So how are we doing watches? In what order are we doing them?
I'll fill in, maybe second, because I don't really have the ability to set me to recharge.
I'll flick on my lantern. I'll take the first.
Before the first watch is set up here, Victor is going to cast light. Oh, did I disconnect or someone? Nope. Okay, cool.
Nope, you're
Oh, that
here.
was connect.
If you could put a 20 bright, 20 dim onto Victor, he's going to cast light onto his dwarven battle axe. And then
Not 2 feet. As funny as that would be, 2 feet and then 20 feet of dim. That would just be
Yeah.
hilarious.
that would just be so mean. And he's going to come over here and cast alarm as a ritual.
Look at you.
Uh,
How big is your thing you're trying to make it?
right there. It's a 20 foot. Or sorry, no, I think it's 20 foot square. Let me check and make sure. 20-foot cube.
Okay.
So if you could delete that and
I mean,
it'll be
I can probably just make it bigger. I can just make
Yeah.
it bigger.
okay.
That works.
And
Where-
then he's gonna go into that tent.
Where do you want this? Do you want it to be where it is?
Yep, right where it is.
Okay. All right. So,
Actually,
Ve-
can you move it? Actually, I can move it to right up there.
okay, cool.
Um,
So if anything comes within that cube from that direction, then you'll know.
so we need 4 watches, correct?
3 or 4. You can do 4 if you want to do them a little shorter. Or you can just do 3, 4 or 3 watches. Really up
Okay.
to you.
I'm snagging the first. I'm flicking on my lantern.
Okay, I'll take the last watch.
I would. Okay, yeah, we could do that.
For your thing.
What?
What's your light on your lantern?
30 feet.
30 feet.
30
Okay.
bright.
Cool. All right. Okay, so Noah, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Not enough inflection.
Yeah.
Not enough inflection. Let me see what I'm looking for here. All right, so as you're taking your rest and you're keeping an eye out, you start to hear some movement kind of off in the trees, this direction a little bit. Do you do anything with it, or do you just kind of let it be? Because you can't tell if it was like animals or just the breeze blowing through the trees, but you just hear some trees and leaves kind of rustling.
I'm going to take an apple that I have, throw it up and down for a second,
Mm-hmm.
and just chuck it to where I heard the noise.
Okay, and what does the apple do?
It is a normal apple.
All right, it's a normal apple. You just throw it and you just hear it kind of bounce, hit the ground, and you don't hear it. You don't hear anything respond to the apple just being chucked.
Okay.
All right. Unless you have anything you want to do on your watch, the rest of your watch seems to go by without any type of incident.
I have one thing I want to do during my watch, actually.
Okay, go for it.
I am going to take my lantern and just walk off, like, random, like, down here.
Okay, as you walk down there to where you are, let me get. So
What
you
new type of dog animal are you going to have us fight this time?
none, but you do see 2
Oh.
guys, both of them with guns pointed at you.
Yeah, of course.
So, only one of them was aware that you were even going to be there, and so I'm just going to roll 1 attack, and we're gonna see if it hits. Does a 15 hit?
No, it doesn't.
All right. So as you roll down
Does.
here,
That's my armor class.
it does hit you.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Oh Jesus, go away, dice. I don't need you to roll on here for me. Get out of here. So you're gonna take this much piercing and this much poison.
You roll
Ow!
attacks.
Yeah, so you take 20. You walk and you, as you walk around this corner, you guys hear this all wakes you up in the camp. Just as this gun just unleashes right into Noah's chest, and Noah, you take 5 piercing damage and 17 poison damage. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Girth sits up in a start at the gunshot.
Mm-hmm.
Good rolls.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna test something, but now I was gonna test something on a tree, and now I have 2 perfect test subjects.
There you go. You do. Okay, let me roll these guys as thingamajigs here. I'm just gonna leave this fun music on because, I like it. It's different. Wow, they rolled.
Wow.
horribly.
Good.
Excellent.
Okay, well, Bella, you are up first.
Bella comes out of the tent. She's like, "What is going on?" Turns around, just sees Noah jerk back from the shot, And do I have a clear line of sight on at least one of them?
Yeah, I'm just walking down with my lantern, then all of a sudden get
Yeah,
blasted
I would
in
say
the
you
chest.
do. You'd have more of a clear line on the front one than the back one. The back guy, you for sure see the guy in the front. That's the guy who shot Noah square in the chest. You can see some sort of shape behind the second one, but you can't really make out a good line of sight. He'd effectively have 3/4 cover.
Got it. Okay, so I'm gonna get down on one knee and I'm gonna use my bonus action to do steady aim, and I'm gonna take a shot with my bow at the one that I can see.
Okay.
21 to hit
That does hit.
for 31 points of piercing damage.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Well, that's your turn, Girth.
How do you get a plus 16? Just had a.
Sharpshooter.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
No, really, that would have been a 26. Oh, there's that.
Okay.
So.
Girth is gonna sit up with a start in his sleeping bag at the gunshot, and he's going to pull out this very thin, almost like a sliver of wood, which is encasing a unicorn hair of his war mage wand, and he is going to look down, and because of the light, I can see him, right?
You can probably see.
Or no?
Yeah, because Noah emits light from his thing, so yeah, you can see as far as the light. As far as your vision lets you see is how far you can see.
Okay. Especially with Bella having just shot something down there, I'm gonna add in a couple magic missiles and just go pew pew, and that is going to be. That's not supposed to be at 3rd level. Sorry. It's supposed to be at just a. Well, it rolled 3rd, so I'll just do that. So I think that's 44 more.
3, 1, it's 2 more. So you do a total of 5d4 plus 5.
Yeah. So the 44 plus the one in the roll.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then.
So 8 plus 12 plus
So 14.
2, so 14 to this first guy. Man.
Yeah.
This first guy is having a really bad time.
Oh, it's gotta get much worse for him.
I'm sure it will. I'm absolutely 100% sure it will.
Bella would be shouting back at the camp, seeing Girth is awake. She'll be shouting for Victor and Zenith too.
Okay. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Girth?
No. Pulling out his wand and sitting up is his move, so.
Okay. Cool. All right, that would be Zenith.
Well, I'd probably shoot up, grabbing a rapier out in one hand and goggles in the other to throw on. At my heels as I get up. So, in movement getting up, I probably took like 15 feet or so.
Yeah.
So 45.
Well, if you stand up and use half your movement and then you click your heels for whatever bonus movement, you can just add that onto whatever you have after you stood up. So, if you have 45, you have 45. So.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That sucks. I certainly wouldn't dash to get out there, because that's dumb and I wouldn't do that. My bonus action is already used to activate the wraps, so I think I'll take a dodge action.
Sounds good. All right. Victor.
All right. So let me make sure. So Victor is going to. Let's do it this way. So Victor's going to use his 30 feet of movement there. And everyone, you are going to, if you see it, it almost looks like Victor sort of shudders for a second, and a grayish version of Victor appears in front, 15 feet away. Like it sort of like comes out of his chest and then it just like floats over. And then using another 15 feet of movement, he's going to come up and he's going to wail on that guy with his dwarven battle axe.
All right.
So attack number 1. 27 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
For 12 slashing damage.
All right. Yeah.
Attack number 2. Nat 20 plus 8.
Yes. Yes.
Roll your damage.
So that would be 19.
Jesus, this guy's gonna get wrecked before he can even do anything.
I would also like to point out that because of that critical, he now has disadvantage on all his attacks until my next turn, thanks to Slasher.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't think he's gonna get his turn, but okay.
And then just because I have it,
I'm
bonus
just being
action
honest.
Morning Star, 21 to hit,
Yeah, hit him.
for an additional 11 damage.
Yeah, he dies. Let me tell you, you guys did 84 damage to him before his turn. Well, plus more. So, like 8. Yeah, he's dead.
Does his friend really want to stick around?
Well, his friend can't make a movement yet. So, you know, here we are.
And so
Yes.
that will end my turn.
Okay, so Victor, as you are attacking through your echo, you feel this crossbow bolt come at you from the shadows. Does a 17 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, so let me get him in the order here. So you see off to your side here some type of assassin-y character who, as you look over, as this arrow just flies right past your face, is pointing a hand crossbow at you. And the look on their eyes of, oh shit, I missed. And yes, I named them Sneaks because I wanted to. That's their turn. So, Noah.
If you name them Sneaks, I don't see it. I just see Black Viper.
Oh, well, that's fine. His name in the turn order is Sneaks.
Okay, yeah, I can't see the
Yeah,
name
we
in the
can't
turn
see
order.
him.
Turn order.
Oh, fine. You know
Okay.
what? Here, wait for it. Hold on. Wait.
You get
Wait,
excused
there
back
it
to
is.
Steelston.
There he
Oh
is,
my
okay.
god.
Sneaky snooks.
I'm just gonna look at this dude down here after his buddy just fell. And I'm just gonna, after taking the blast, I'm just gonna say to myself, you picked the wrong day to piss me off. And I'm going to walk right here and get a better advantage. And I'm going to take off my brand new rifle from my back. And I am going to fire it directly at him.
Okay. Go for
So
it.
I believe it would be a D20 plus dexterity because I never actually succeeded in making the item on D&D Beyond.
It's also proficiency too, because you got proficiency in firearms.
Yeah. So what do I add to that? I don't know.
What's your proficiency?
Oh my god! Plus
There you-
plus another 3. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Probably like 7 or 8. 6? Okay, 20 hits.
Okay, so for everyone watching, you see a giant, basically, essentially barbed harpoon just fire out of this gun and jam into his chest. And he's going to take 6 points of damage and get reeled in 10 feet closer to me.
Okay. Is it in like a direct line to you, or just like 10 feet?
It
closer?
is, well, it's a harpoon gun. I would
We'll say it's
imagine
there.
direct line.
We'll say that's about the closest I can get him with a direct line to your squares. So you basically pull him in front of Noah's, well, the ghost form of Noah.
No, I'm Noah. That's Victor.
That's
what I
Victor.
meant. I see your name, his thing. You know what I mean.
Yeah. And that's my turn. I'm just keeping the harpoon jammed in him.
That's fine. He is jammed in. He sees you, and you see he pulls out, as you're dragging him, he's pulling out 2 guns, and he is going to shoot you with both of his pistols. So here's the first shot. Does the 12 hit? I don't think it
No.
does. And here's his second shot of a 20
Yeah, that hits.
for 14 piercing and 11 poison. Just you see the first bullet go
Jesus.
flying over the shoulder, Victor, and the second one just connects with Noah square in the middle of his chest, almost taking the breath right out of you. All right. So, Victor, as you're looking over and you see Well, you see a couple of things. You see the guy who just shot an arrow at you, and you see, because you're looking that way, a drow behind him step up and run. And he sees two guys running towards his friend, and he's going to take one shot at Victor and one shot at Zenith. So here's the one against Victor. Natural 20. So that is a 22 piercing plus 26 poison damage. So 48 damage to Victor. And then the shot against Zenith is a 16.
Disadvantage.
At disadvantage, you are correct. 14.
Miss.
Woohoo! All right. So that's his movement, that's his actions, and you see that as he lets off both these shots, as you're moving out the way, he spins both of his guns, and it looks like he's trying to quickly do something with them. Bella, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go 5, 10, get a little bit of a better view, and I'm gonna point a finger at this guy, and
Okay.
this one.
That guy. Cool.
Yep. And she's gonna mutter some prayer that she's learned for her time with the Church of Nula, and she's gonna summon her spiritual weapon as their bonus action.
Yeah. What is that?
It's koi fish.
Okay.
For a 15 to hit the drow.
That unfortunately does not hit.
Try. Okay. And then I will line up a shot with my longbow, not at advantage. 21 to hit.
That hit. That does hit.
20 points of piercing damage, because I do not get the sneak attack.
It's a good shot.
Thank you.
And now that you're looking, you can kind of see. Probably you can see past them. Yeah, you can see past them, and you can see Captain Sneaks back there, hood up, hand crossbow out, kind of looking at you with this inquisitive look, and you have an idea of what the capabilities of this person may be. So, Girth.
Girth is going to see everything going on and stumble down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just at the edge of his line of sight from the fire, it looks like I can see him and just him.
Yes.
So I will take a defensive stance, almost as if I was going to begin fencing, and just with his very short little wand, he's going to do a flick of the wrist, and he's going to shout, "Paralyzare!" And he will cast Hold Person on them both.
Okay.
Ooh!
And that is a wisdom save of 14 for both of them. Okay, so this first roll is for this guy right here. And then the second one will be for the guy further south. Okay. Alright, so here's your first one. That is a 12, so he fails. And this is for the one down by Victor. Nope, they both fail.
Good job.
So I will put this little... I'm just going to put a pink dot on them because it's easier for me to see that.
Cool.
So they are, what, paralyzed now?
They're paralyzed up to a minute unless I lose concentration.
Okay.
And it's for the duration. It doesn't say that they get... Oh, after turn they do get a wisdom save again. So
at the end of the turn. Okay. Alright. Zenith.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Take my cycle around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and I'm going to take a presumably advantage stab at this man.
He's gonna have a real bad time if you connect. So, yeah, that hits for sure. You hit a paralyzed man for 23.
23, yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to get up all in this guy's business. And that's when I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. Sounds great. And the other guy is just looking at you. You see after you stabbed him, while his whole body's paralyzed, he can move his eyes just a little bit, and he's following, and you can see that his eyes just have pure hatred in them as they watch you, knowing he cannot defend himself. Victor.
1 second. Sorry, had to send a message real fast.
You're good.
Can you clarify that real quick?
Yeah, give me a second because I think you might be wrong, but I will find out in 1 second. Hold on.
I was gonna say, I just, yeah.
Yep, it's a crit. That's an auto crit for you, Zenith. So you can go ahead and add 30 plus 8, so 38 more damage. You damn near murderated this man. He's
38.
looking on his last legs. Yeah, I took it away. But yeah, thanks for reminding me. I don't play with paralyzed characters very often.
I don't either, but I was because of our other campaign, I've been like reviewing all the freaking things that can hit us. So okay.
Thank you for telling me, because I forgot.
Paralyzation. You also get advantage on all your swings.
Well, yeah, he
Yes.
had advantage anyway, but I forgot about the crit part of that if you melee them within 5 feet. So yeah, he ripped the dude apart. Just that he looks at you real mad now.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
So I'm going to hit this drow down here because he's the only one that I can hit. So
Yeah.
these are all at
Advantage.
advantage. So that's a 27 to hit.
Roll your damage and we'll do the math.
So that's 20.
Okay, so 20.
21
Yeah, that's
for
gonna hit too.
19.
Mm-hmm.
19
That will hit.
for another 19.
Jesus. Okay.
And then he's really not feeling very good. So you're gonna sort of see the real Victor go corporeal and sort of shade out gray, and then you see the echo version of him, sort of like solidifies, and he's going to move down there, and then as his, I think it's just a feature, he's going to cast a second wind on himself.
Second wind is a bonus action, I think.
Oh, it is a bonus
Yes.
action. Oh, that is a
Yep.
bonus action. Okay. Then he's not going to. He's going to back up 5 feet. But that will just be his turn then. Because I don't think a paralyzed person can get an attack of
No,
opportunity.
they are incapacitated. So, all right. Well, Zenith, you just appeared in this dude's face. He has a rapier, or she has a rapier. Sorry, she is a female. Are there any disadvantage or anything on attacks against you right now?
I did not dodge, so it's just a 16 armor class.
All right, so she's gonna take 3 rapier attacks at you. 1,
Wow.
2, 3.
That's
Why did you-
Multi-attack,
Very
multi-attack,
interesting.
multi-attack.
Ah.
Got it.
23, 9, and 20, and 2
okay.
of them will hit.
13.
Yep, 13. Cool, and she does not get to sneak attack you with her 46 damage, so, you avoid that. And with her bonus action, she's going to disengage and try and run away from you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Smart.
You also recognize this as it's a similar skill set to yours.
Oh, quite.
And she tries to run away into the bushes, and, well, you clearly see where she's running to because, you're not blind. Noah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have an interesting turn.
Okay,
First of
remember, you only get crits if it's within 5
Oh, I
feet.
know.
So,
Oh, I
okay,
know.
Good.
I don't plan on walking closer.
Okay.
First of all, I am dropping the harpoon gun to the ground and taking my action to pull out my pistol.
Okay.
Follow up. I am second winding.
Okay. Oh, I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, I think I'd.
Third
Yeah.
I am action surging,
Yes.
There we go.
and I'm
Give me a-
taking some shots into this fella.
Give me the bullets. Roll a nat 1 and break your gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it. All your attacks are at advantage, though. So, yeah, that hits for 4.
And then one more bullet.
Okay. Actually, unless you roll a double in that one, your gun won't break. Oh Jesus! Yeah, that does some damage.
Beautiful.
He is just coughing up blood right now. Just. Bleh, bleh.
Congratulations, you got absolutely average across 2 attacks.
You did. Minimum
You did.
and maximum.
1 in 10.
Okay. Well, is that your turn, Mr. Noah? I think you only have movement left.
Yeah. Just gonna circle around him.
Okay. So that's this bottom guy's turn, and he can't do anything. But at the end of his turn, he's gonna try and do a wisdom save, which he's gonna pass. So he's no longer held, but you know, I don't think he's gonna live very long. And this other drow is also going to try and break the hold. And he also breaks the hold. So they are no longer paralyzed, but they're looking really, really bad. Bella.
Okay, we're gonna go 5, 10, 15. So I can see this person based off of my vision. Would I be able to get a shot off?
Yeah, they would just be in half cover because they're through the trees. So it'd be a +2 to their AC.
Okay, got it. So I'm gonna just take a guess and say that somebody else is gonna take out this drow. So I'm gonna get down on a knee and I'm gonna take steady aim against this guy. And fun fact, with
can't move, though.
sharpshooter,
You can't because you moved. You cannot steady aim.
I thought it was after.
Nope.
Nope.
No, just
So
not
you
at
have
all.
to. Yeah, you have to use your bonus action. It takes all your movement. To not
got
move.
it.
So if you want to move back, but you wouldn't be able to see him, so it would give you a straight roll, and it wouldn't really have any benefit.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to shoot blind.
I would rather not shoot blind, so I'll just take the movement forward, but that is good to know that I still have my bonus action. So, but I am going to take a shot at him. I'm going to use the sharpshooter feat, which they do not get the plus to their AC.
That works. Cool. An 8 will unfortunately miss.
Dang it. You know what? I'm gonna use it. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? I have the thingy. I have the golden heart, which is thumb size. It is a consumable item. It acts as 1 luck die, and then it reverts itself into a gem. So I'm gonna actually crack that. I'm gonna reach into my pocket and I'm gonna wrap my hand around the golden heart and I'm gonna crack it, and then I'm gonna roll. It's a another D20 with a +4. What?
Unfortunately, that also misses.
Okay, that's fine. And then as my bonus action, my koi fish is gonna take a smack at this drow.
Okay.
Koi fish. Hiya. 18 to hit the drow.
It just hits. And with your koi fish just swimming around and just pummeling this drow in the face, it falls.
Perfect.
All right. Do you want to use any more of your movement, or would you use it all to get there?
Let's see. I went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna get into the trees and I'm gonna chase down Miss
Okay.
Sneaks over there.
All right, Girth. You feel both of. Well, you felt your spell kind of fade as both of your hold persons were no longer held, and then you just witnessed one of them die.
Okay, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I don't have any vision. Can I not see at least in dim light or no?
So what you can see right now is the combination of the dim light from the fire, since the fire, so you can basically see over here and how this token is dimmed, and you can see the light being given off by Noah. And Zenith does not produce any light, nor
Yep.
does Bella. So
Okay.
you can only see what you can see.
Alright, if that's the case, I am going to draw my little dagger, which is puny and ineffective, and then I am going to hold it aloft and say, Lumos! Oh wait, why is it saying dexterity save?
Oh, because you can,
Light.
yeah, because you can actually force light onto someone and make them make a save against it, which I found out, and that just to me is the
Oh,
funniest
that
thing.
that's hilarious. But no, I'm
You're
just
gonna
going
glow,
to,
buddy.
Like I
I'm
don't
going
want to
to, like,
glow.
my-
Well, the thing
my
is, it
dagger.
works because once you do it, they can't shake it off because it's a concentration spell. So you could effectively negate someone from trying to hide
Yeah.
from you. So just cast it and run away. Be like, bye. All right, cool. Touch and 20 feet range. I like it. Anything else you would like to do in your turn?
I'm just moving. That's, I think, it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Zenith.
Right, well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Yep,
Just,
you get there.
that's funny that you think you can get away from them. I think you're pretty smart, though.
They tried.
I'm just gonna not advantage because they're not paralyzed. 21.
Ooh, so, yep, for 16. You get it. You get the additional sneak because you're a
Swashbuckler.
swashbuckler. That's right.
And there's no one else around me.
That is true. That is very true. So 23. All right.
Yes.
That was a good chunk. Anything else on your turn?
No, I'm
Oh,
content.
all right. Cool. Okay. Victor.
All right. So as my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and cast Second Wind.
Got
Get
it.
10 health back.
Woohoo.
Yay, I'm not on death's door. And then I'm going to go back down and take a wallop at this guy because he doesn't sound too healthy. So straight rolls,
Rolls.
26 for 8 damage.
He had 3 HP. He's dead.
Okay. And then seeing my my partners, I guess I don't see what's happening over here, but seeing one of them try shooting through the woods, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 with the rest. Do I see her over there?
Roll a perception check.
Oh, I'm good at these.
You
Oh my God.
Wow.
You with a 0, you
don't even see
anything.
Zenith.
Oh, that's awesome. That is just great.
Like
May or may not have
tweedledee.
tripped up.
But I am going to. Actually, no, I'll just leave that as it is. And so at the end of my turn here, because I've used my bonus action and my action, at the end of my turn, my echo will disappear, but I'm just going to move it off to the side because it's outside the 30-foot range.
This is very fitting music towards the end of this. So this person who tried running from you, Zenith, realizing that that's not going to be in their favor, you see them kind of size you up really quickly and try and find just that one weak point on you, and they're going to use steady aim for their first attack because they only get on one. So for 10
Wow.
piercing damage, and then 2 more rapier attacks. 1, 2, a 9, which will miss, and then a 15. So 20 total damage from this person who you chased down.
A
And
15 misses.
oh, okay, then
But
10.
I will take that 10.
Okay. You don't want to dodge out the way?
Oh yeah, that's right. I have that ability.
You did.
I never need to use it.
Well, there you go.
Take
so
5.
you take 5, but not the candy bar. Noah.
Alright, y'all ready for this? I'm gonna activate the wings and fly 30 feet up.
Okay. Jeez, you're gonna shoot him from the sky, like a gun angel, because that's
Do
hilarious.
I see anything?
Roll a perception check. Yeah, you see, as you fly up, you see Victor kind of looking around, not being able to find anything. You see Zenith fighting some kind of hooded figure, and you can see Girth off in the distance as well as your fire.
Alright, this is where the gun jams.
Mhm.
As I'm gonna try and fire from the skies. Death from above.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Death from above.
That will miss. As you take the shot, Zenith, you see you hear this bullet just come, and just as you kind of look out the way, you see this bullet fly over the person in front of your shoulder and yours, and just hit the tree behind you.
And second shot.
That will hit for 13 piercing damage.
Yes, sir.
The second crack that you hear, you see the person in front of you, Zenith, just kind of lurch forward as they seem to take some kind of concussive blast in the back.
Right.
That is
Also,
my
if they had advantage, they should have gotten the sneak attack up.
You are right. They hit with that one. So, all right. Well, here is
Whatever
that.
half of that is.
Yeah. So 9.
Oh.
Okay.
I forgot about that. Now here I am playing rogues all the time, forgetting. But yes. So yeah, it's a total for that one of 18. So 9 total. Well, no, 28. So you do the math. 19, 14. There you go. Jesus. Bella. I can't math right now, apparently.
You cannot math right now. But Bella's gonna support herself against a tree and take steady aim.
Yeah.
For 19 to hit.
Yes, ma'am.
31 points of damage.
That is a significant chunk of her HP gone.
Yes, my arrow just whizzes through the trees.
All right, Girth.
Girth is gonna just move around, and then he's gonna stop and look at the koi fish floating.
Okay.
And then he's gonna think to himself, I need to try to draw that. And
They
then he's
wave
gonna
at
keep
you.
going.
Together in unison as you
think-
leave.
I think that's 5 spaces.
That is. And you
holding-
can see them just based on where Zenith is, and you don't really have that many trees. You're small enough that the bigger branches of the trees, you're just kind of under them.
Okay. Well, holding his glowing dagger, almost like Sting, in one hand, and his war wand in the other, he's going to see what's going on, and he's going to... Actually, he's going to drop his wand and put his finger up to his ear like he's wearing a Bluetooth and whisper, Massagio! And I'm going to message Sneaks and be like, surrender or Zenith is going to kill you.
And you see them kind of look around for a second, like, what? And then they said, what? Who? What? And that's all
that's
you.
my turn.
That's all you get back from them, because they have no idea where this came from. Zenith.
Zenith is going to almost mockingly, like, put his offhand up to his like chin and mouth. As he is also going to take a steady aim and figure the perfect spot to just bam.
That hits
Ooh.
for 25.
Jesus.
They're going to use their reaction and dodge out the way a little bit and take half of 25. 13. And they are in a real bad kind of way. So.
Good. Good to know you can do that too.
They are a rogue. All right, Victor.
So 5, 10. Are these solid trees here?
Those are more of just like the side parts of the trees. So you could shoot through them at that exact angle. You would be at half cover. If you moved 2 more squares over, you would have no problems.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna get right up in there.
Go for it.
So that will be attack number 1 for 7 damage.
Will not avoid any more damage. And yeah, you slice them in the lower back, and you see both their knees collapse beneath them, and you imagine that you've just severed their spinal cord. They're dead.
Nice.
I was going to invite them back to the guild. It seemed kind of useful. Oh well.
My immediate action is I would like to fly down, grab my, of course, reload all my weapons, and then I immediately want to pick up one of these dudes' pistols.
Okay, it is for the sake of the thing. It is just a standard pistol.
Okay.
So there's nothing unique or special about it. It is just ye old standard pistol. So,
Girth is gonna run up behind everyone and say, after picking up his wand, because he doesn't want to leave that on the ground. I messaged him to surrender, though. I think maybe I should have told him Victor would kill him because he didn't surrender.
All right. Kept them on their feet. Kept me on mine.
Can I pull my arrow out of the woman's arm?
and if you really want it back.
So, yeah, these things cost money. Are you kidding me? And I'll just like yank it out of her arm.
So you feel it. It went deep enough into like the back of her tricep, and that when you go to pull it, it actually embedded itself past the arrowhead. So you have to kind of twist it and kind of tear through the tendons, and then you feel it rip out, kind of dripping with some just innards from her shoulder.
Ew.
Is she wearing any sort of like uniform or markings or insignia or anything like that?
She just seems to be. Well, roll an investigation check. 6. So you see that she is just wearing like a hooded cloak, which has some pink rims to it. Here's actually kind of what she looks like. If you want the full description of what she looks like.
Ooh.
So no real like insignias anywhere, but she does seem to be dressed rather nicely, almost to the point where she has money, it seems. So she was probably a paid mercenary of sorts. So, but that is what she looks like. But now, like, destroyed spine, shoulder ripped apart, many stab wounds, you know.
Was there any like a brooch or a clasp that's like on the cloak itself, or is it just sort of loose hanging?
Just a plain black brooch. There's nothing on it. It's just more of like just a functional brooch to hold it together.
Okay, I take the brooch anyway.
Okay, yeah, works for me. So these pistols that the pistol that you look at and pick up, Noah, just seems to be like a crudely made pistol. It looks like there was a port, and as you kind of look at it, you see that it has this weird, almost like needle port that goes into the arm as you separate the pistols from the, or at least a part of it, like almost like an extendable chain with a needle on the end of it goes into these Drow's arms. And it seemed like the poison damage that was being pumped through it and into you seemed to be coming from them in some way. And the needle just goes into them. So you don't know if they are enchanting their own blood to utilize poison damage towards their enemies or how that works, but other than that, it's just a crudely made pistol.
Okay. While I'm looking at, do you want me to roll an investigation to see if I can scrounge up any ammunition off of them?
Yeah, you can do it with advantage since you are a gunslinger and firearm specialist.
Cool. Well, my intelligence ain't great. I got a 0.
There you go.
But
16.
well, there you go.
So between these two guys here, you can find about 20 bullets.
Cool.
And they're just your standard pistol bullets. So nothing special.
Can I also check the woman's body for insignias?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a investigation check.
Also, if possible, I would like to I'd like to put one of these pistols, little weird medical, syringe and all into my bag of holding. I'm yanking it from their vein or whatever and just pocketing it to study later.
Okay, you do that, and as you pull it out, it is not a pretty sight. You rip it out, and as you've seen blood obviously many times, you're actively bleeding right now, so you know what blood looks like. But you're welcome. As you pull it out, you see that what you expect to be normal scarlet colored blood is this like darker blackish greenish kind of blood, and you don't necessarily know if that's just a thing because they're drow, but it would make more sense if it was some sort of magically altered being in a way. You find on her about 12 gold.
All right.
She's not carrying a lot, but enough to obviously get by for a while. I guess 12 gold is a lot when you think about it, but compared to other people, yes, it's a lot. So
Awesome.
she's carrying 12 gold.
As Victor comes walking across or walking back to see how his the gunslinger friend is doing, does he notice him ripping out the tubes and the blood and everything?
It's kind of hard not to. Yeah,
Okay.
you do.
I'm both ripping out the tubes and I'm also ripping out the giant javelin harpoon stuck in his
Yeah,
chest.
this body is not in a good way. So yes, you notice.
No, you seem to be quite curious as to their blood there. A hobby of yours?
More so care about where they got these weapons than the blood.
That's fair. Still, they put up quite a fight.
Yeah, looks like they were enhancing their bullets with their own blood. Never seen this before.
Hey,
I've seen something similar, but not when it comes to firearms.
What were you saying, Bella?
Bella's just gonna walk by and tell both of you, good job. And healing word for Noah, healing word for Victor. Perfect. She said it to the same inflection to both of you, so there you go.
Hey.
Hey.
Alright. And unless there's anything you guys wish to do for the next few minutes, you can go resume your long rest and then complete it without problem.
I think before Victor would walk off, I'd ask him what he knows. Even if it's not about firearms, him bringing up the fact that he's seen something like this before kind of tickles my fancy.
This is more a conversation for a dark room where it is quiet, but I feel that maybe we should have a chat once we complete this job.
Yeah, I agree. Know what you know, especially if it's at all possible.
And Victor will just will nod to him and then head back to his tent.
I take a few seconds more just looking over the bodies, weapon. The one that first shot me, as I'm walking by, I just spit on him and then make it back to camp.
Alright. Yeah, so you make it back to camp. You bolster your fire up a little bit so that it warms you and produces light and kind of scares off would-be predators. And you guys all resume your long rest. Sleep in a little bit later in the morning by like half an hour or so. But you do gain the benefits of a long rest. So you can go ahead and long rest it. And then you guys resume your travel for the day. Anything you wish to do in particular as you make your travels towards your destination. You are probably about 7 hours from there on foot.
So, to be clear, it was like a weird, like a tube and then a syringe jammed into their arm that connected it, like their blood to the pistol.
Yeah, think about it like this. So like a chemistry tube kind of attached to where, so like you have your standard pistol underneath the, not the handle, but the freaking barrel of the gun. There's like a tube there, and coming out the back end of the tube, there is effectively an IV tube that.
Okay, that's the word.
rolls down.
Yeah. How could I not remember? I was thinking like.
Yeah, it's basically.
I was thinking like a
magical
butterfly.
yeah.
What,
it's basically
you're
IV tubing. Yeah, it's basically IV tubing with a needle that had gone into their arm, and as you look at it, you see that the blood as it came out of them, it was like blackish greenish, and as it made its way and filled the underbarrel chamber, it changed to more of like a green poisonous color, and that was somehow linked to the barrel itself, but you don't know.
Okay,
somehow
so it was
empowered
like
radiation.
it was like a blood infusion for their gun.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
All right. So as you guys make your way throughout the rest of the day, Girth is studying his spell book. Anything the four of you want to do on your way for the day before you get there?
I'm probably going to be bored and use up a couple minutes of my Raps of Speed running around, mock stabbing. So I'll just drop that down to 7 minutes left.
Okay, 700 rounds. Here we go.
It's not like it's an issue.
No, it's not. So as you guys arrive in town, I'll move you there just a sec. You find that well, they won't see you yet, so or you won't see them yet. So you guys, let me get rid of Fred first. Your fire's gone.
Bye, Fred.
Oh, Fred.
Oh, Fred.
Fred only lasts a couple hours, guys. He's not.
Envy
Well,
Fred.
no, Fred is immortal. I made it canon. Fred is immortal. You cannot kill
I'll
Fred.
see Fred soon enough.
Exactly. So as you guys make it to this town, let me pop you over here, paste, and search town. So you guys make it to this town. You see that it seems to be this deserted, almost westernish like town. Some of the houses are just dilapidated and broken down. There are dead trees, dusty roads, and it just doesn't seem like anybody has really lived here in a while. Sheriff. And you guys can see ahead of you, however, a band of green-skinned humanoids that are kind of just like chatting amongst themselves, and just hanging out around a fountain, maybe. You're not quite sure. They haven't seen you yet.
Is this the town that we need to be in, or is this the town that's like right outside where the guy's shop's supposed to be?
Noah, roll a history check
Sure.
with advantage.
Sure. I'll take the advantage.
This town ain't big enough for the 9 of us.
I counted. There's 9.
There is. So with a 15, thinking about how Steelston wants, you've heard rumors that he is a individualist, and quite eccentric in the way that he produces things. So being in a abandoned, broken down town for his shop wouldn't necessarily be the biggest of surprise to you, since he does want to keep his secrets to himself, but you can't be sure if this is 100% the place you need to be or not.
Can I sneak over here?
I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
absolutely.
say to whoever's listening, as we're walking, this looks like it could be the place. I know a little bit. Possible he's here.
Okay.
Guys, mind sitting a little bit out of sight?
Should I roll stealth to get there, or do we just automatically kind of get there?
They don't have very good passive perception, and they are still kind of chittering between themselves in Orcish. So, if any of you speak Orcish,
I do. Bella does.
go ahead and make a perception check, and I'll tell you if you can hear what they say.
Okay. Dang it! Orcish
So-
comes in handy and it's not working for me.
You get bits and pieces, and what they're saying doesn't make sense, because they're saying that the boss man promised them money, guns, and dragon pets, but that doesn't really make sense, because most orcs have like the community, they work as a community, and they're normally wielders of slashing and bludgeoning weapons under the command of like one person maybe, and they don't really keep anything else as pets. They just kind of eat other things. So this is kind of weird. And then you also hear, as you listen a little bit deeper, that they mentioned something about a god cow, but that also doesn't make sense.
What? You see Bella's face just kind of contorts as she's listening, and she's like, and then she gets like progressively more confused. She's kind of like understanding what they're saying.
Man, I know what this means.
Can I roll a religion check on a cow god?
You can.
Okay. 6. Yeah, I didn't really pay attention when the Church of Nula talks about animal gods. I just know Nula.
You share this information with your party.
Yes. Yeah, I translate and say, well, if we want, I can go talk to them and see what's going on.
What are the odds, Mr. DM?
Are these orcs in our way of finding out who is harming that business?
I mean, I could go ask them.
I think that might be a good idea.
Come on up, Bella.
It sounds like they could be the ones who are harming the business, so I think we should approach cautiously.
Well, if you get too close to them, I think it might be dangerous. I can talk to them from here, but I don't speak their language. Do you think they speak Common or Elvish?
I think it would be less. Well, that she kind of like looks down at herself. She goes, it probably would be easier for them if somebody spoke their native tongue, and I was going to say it'd be less surprising, but normally orc coming from a half elf is kind of surprising in its own right. So
I don't want you to get hurt though. If you go in there all by yourself, there's 4 of them and 1 of you.
2 of us.
Do you speak Orcish too?
Nah, but I'm sure they speak Common, or they could pick up my tone, my body language.
Do you think I should just ask them if they speak Common in their minds? Because I know some magic that I can do that.
Maybe when we get up there.
you might startle the poor things.
Noah, you start to feel, as you're listening to Bella kind of confusedly describe what she is picking up, you start to feel one of your pistols glow warm to the touch. And as you look down, as you hold it up and you look down to it, you see the cow head symbol that is on your revolver glowing.
I know what they're talking about.
So are they friends then?
Can they be dissuaded? That's my question.
You can certainly try.
Oh, and I'm gonna.
Show specifically Bella. I'm gonna pull her aside and show her the symbol removal.
Okay, I guess we're still back there.
Go ahead and now you can roll another religion check, but at advantage, Bella, as he is physically showing you the symbol. See if you can remember.
Ooh, total of 20.
With a 20, you realize, kind of thinking a little harder about it, that there is a cow god or goddess. Their name is Hoth.
What was that?
Hothor,
Hothor. Huh.
I think, unless I mispronounced it.
I think it's an A.
Oh, Hotar, that's right.
Hotar. Okay.
No, I think it's. Let me. Google.
Oh, here you go.
I
I missed
also
another letter.
thought I heard that skillful.
It is
Careful.
Hathor. Hathor.
Hathor.
There you go. We got there. We
There you
got
go.
there in
We're on
the
our way.
end.
Yeah, I was Googling.
I heard, just as one of our listeners heard, I heard tofu, and I was like, what? I mean, no judgment, but what?
But yeah, you know this to be the symbol
the
of
cow god
a
tofu.
Hathor. Right. That'd be great. great. But yes.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, you chill here. Zenith?
Gladly.
Okay, I'll go with you.
These orcs all see you approach and they kind of stop and they turn and they look at you, weapons kind of raised, like in that kind of defensive or being approached situation.
I will raise a hand and call out in orc. Hello, we're just passing through.
This one walks forward a little bit. This one, compared to this one and the other three that are around here, seems to be better equipped. He's wearing thicker armor, a better looking weapon, and
Okay.
says to you in Orcish, where are you going? Passing through to where?
So, I'd like to, at least once I get involved, whether or not they're hostile or friendly, I'd like to perform the panache against them. You know, a little sparkle in my eye and a little wind in my hair. So, just 25, not advantage, but I mean, it's still the first one.
I will roll a insight for these bad boys, or one of them.
And
Let's
of
see.
course, you know whether they're hostile or not.
Okay. All right. I have rolled, and I will tell you the outcome when we get there.
Alrighty.
Can Girth get into this ruined building while being stealthy?
I don't see why not. They have their focus right now on Bella and Zenith, at least the two that are right there. Misty step. Oh yeah, you can also just Misty step in there too. Misty step into that building. Got it. Okay. As Girth is being a little halfling ninja, Bella, you were saying to this lieutenant.
Like, in Orcish, I will respond with, we're just passing through. We just need to get through town. No trouble. My orc is a little rusty. Do you happen to speak common?
And they clear their throat and looks directly at Zenith and goes, why? Hello there, handsome. How can I help you? Completely just ignoring everything Bella just said.
See, now this is how you treat a man. This is how it should be.
You see
Wonderful.
that the weapons that they did have holding, they kind of have lowered them, and they seem to be taking a more relaxed position in your presence as they are making strong eye contact with you.
And I step up about halfway and just, trust me, we're not here to cause you guys any harm here. We're merely looking to get through and do with a little business.
What's your business, pray tell?
Well, you wouldn't happen to know about a certain smithy around here?
Oh, you mean the shop that the chief is keeping an eye on while the big boss is doing whatever it is the big boss wants to do?
I believe it's the Steelston place. Would that be correct?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know the name, but there is a shop around here that has different kinds of forging equipment, so that might be what you're looking for.
Oh, that would be wonderful if we could make our way there.
All right. Just 1 second. Excuse me for a moment. And you see that this orc turns and like snaps at the orc that's right here beside him, snaps at the other two, and just kind of whips his finger, rolls his finger together in that circle like round up, and you see that this orc comes down there, this orc comes down there, and you hear he starts mumbling in what you assume to be orc since you don't understand what they're saying. But Bella, you hear him say,
Polite step back.
Bella, you can overhear a little bit. Them saying, "Well, we're going to let this fine gentleman and his friends through to the shop. Somebody can go tell the boss that they are that they're coming, and well, they'll get to deal with they'll get to deal with the big man once they see him. I think his pet's probably hungry, but you know, I don't know what to tell you. So let's go." And you see that they walk off this way, and as they walk down here, you hear some more orcish tones. This a little bit far out of your reach, Bella. So you just hear like mumbling, but you can't make out who's saying what to whom. But you do see that they kind of turn the corner down here and kind of disappear out of sight around the corner of the house. So while that's going on for a little bit, Noah, Girth, and Victor, what are you three doing?
As I see them go around the corner, I just walk up and say, "What did you say to them?"
I was gonna point to Zenith, just kind of a little blown away.
Rustle my fingers in my hair. Oh, it's not about what I said. About who I am.
On the
Kinda
rooftop.
accidentally backing up what I was talking about on this the cart.
Okay.
On the rooftop, Girth is going to close his spell book, and with his right hand, where a little bead of orange is kind of glowing on his fingertip, he just stifles it out, and I will consume the spell slot, Alex.
Okay.
I've just been chilling against this wall, leaning against it this entire time, hat over my face, just concealing everything I got.
Okay. As you guys move closer, you see now at this point, Zenith, that there are another couple of orcs and another well-to-do looking orc who is even more well-geared than the one who you were just speaking with. So you see now there is a collective 5 orcs, what looks to be some secondary person in charge, and a more powerful orc. And you see them and hear them explaining in both orc and common, we'll say lieutenant, to their chief, that you guys are just passing through, you're just looking for the smith shop, but it doesn't seem to have any real prevalence to the group that's there. The big boss has already made his way down there, and he's got whoever he needs, just kind of wasting here, and we're not really going to get anything, so we should just kind of let them through and let them deal with the boss. So, and you go ahead, Zenith, and I'll let you roll on behalf of the lieutenant a persuasion at advantage for the war chief to see how successful he is. You can just use your persuasion.
Oh my.
So he's very successful, or at least he seems to be. You see that the war chief, who had this scowl on his face for a minute, you hear him go, fine, but if anything goes wrong, this is your ass, not mine. We're gonna take your head, and I'm gonna take your family to be part of my family. Got it? And the lieutenant's just like, well, it's not gonna fail. Have you seen this man? And he looks over at his shoulder and gives you a nice slow wink and a head nod. He goes, I think he can take the boss, and then you can be the boss. And the war chief's eyes kind of get a sparkle in them, and he looks up at you and he goes, and he points his weapon and he goes, you, pointing at you, Zenith, in common.
Yes, sir.
Do me a favor, and I will let you pass, free of charge.
Name it.
The big boss downstairs. He makes my life a living hell. If you can get rid of him, so that I can take power of my tribe and actually go where to go, and not these stupid gun places and other weapon stores. We just want to live our life. If you take him out, we'll let you be and pass without any problem. And we'll even show you how to get down there. Deal?
Absolutely deal. We have made here.
The war chief steps up over here to you and reaches out their hand as to make a handshake deal with you.
And while it's not strong, I do my best.
He nods, goes, okay. Well, I'll tell you the way to get downstairs. And he points to over here. He's like, through that shop right there. There's like a little hatch that you can open, and there's a ladder that goes downstairs. Follow that. It'll take you down there. I haven't been down there, but I've heard there's some tunnels, and then, I don't know, you'll get to wherever the boss is. So, be
Which
careful.
building did he point at?
This one
Okay,
right here, the one
thank
on the
you.
bottom right. Yep. And he kind of whistles and grabs all of his men and women and other orcs and takes them, and we're just gonna say that they kind of walk off up here a little bit, and you see that they just are mumbling to themselves a little bit, and you realize, knowing the time frame of your ability, that you might not have the longest of time left, because this conversation's all been happening very quickly.
Yeah.
So,
Come on, guys, let's go. And I'm gonna freaking dash down to the.
you guys see Zenith just book it down to this destroyed building down here.
It's just Bella helps Girth get down, and then she just turns around and just sees like everybody taking off. She's like,
Girth is so excited about this magic carpet, though.
You can
No,
fly on the carpet down there.
I've only ever read about these in stories at the college. This is so cool.
yeah, I've had this for a long time. It's really come in handy, and Bella will wrap up the carpet and stick it back into her bag of holding. Like, eh.
Girth is gonna be glued to your side now, like just super excited that you have that.
Oh yeah.
You have 2 children now, Bella.
Oh god. No.
I'm not a child. I'm like 35.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
That
You're
doesn't
older than me.
All right, so you guys make your way. I'll just move you.
Sorry,
I'll move you
25.
guys down there. Whoop, I'll just move you guys down there. Whoop.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so you guys make your way down here, and you see Zenith, the little hatch that he was talking about. But as you get into this shop, Victor, looking around as Zenith is quickly perusing, trying to find this hatch. It's buried under some rubble over here, and he does find it. But you see that this is definitely the shop where firearms can be made. You see that there is bits and pieces of ammo, some finished, some not, a few raw materials for firearm construction, a few rusted frames, smith tools, different types of what you know to be gun oil, and some chemicals set up with which to create the black powder that is needed to fire ammunition.
Again, are you confusing Victor with Noah?
Yes, I am. I don't know why
He
I do it all
is.
the time. Your tokens look so similar. Plus, Victor's in the house. Now you're in the house. Victor, get out my house.
Yes, we look so similar.
Divine intervention, kicking Victor out.
Hang on. Get out. Anyway, Noah, all that was for you.
Okay, so
I
gun
do this in every
material-
game you two are in for some reason. I always give Victor
This is
the...
the only game we've ever been in.
I call you the different people you all the time. Pick a different name. Be Jebediah. You're Jebediah now. Anyway, Noah.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I see gun parts, I see ammunition, I see rusted over bits and pieces. Right?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Okay. I am very specifically not taking anything.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to roll, but for what remains in the shop, I'm looking everything over, like comparing the craftsmanship with what I have and what I took off the drow, basically.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a investigation check at advantage.
Enough.
They don't look super similar. You can't really find the construction of most pistols. There is the base construction of just how they're supposed to be built, and you see that similarity, but you don't really the specific building of the drow weaponry that you found.
Okay. I guess what I'm looking for is even with a 4, does this craftsmanship look better than my, handmade put together revolver?
It looks like it would have been if it had been finished and
Okay.
been usable. Because
All
even
right.
in its rusted base form, you know from having worked on yours and built them, that the quality of the craftsmanship is already hand over fist better than yours.
Okay.
Like multiple times better.
All right. And that is exactly why I'm not touching anything.
Cool. You went back to Jebediah. I like it. Bella, Girth, and JV. Yeah. You guys want to do anything in the meantime, or are you just waiting till they pop the entrance to go in?
Well, gosh shucks, I'm just real excited to be here on this here adventure, and so I'm just gonna sort of saunter in and follow everyone else up there and give my good old friend Noah just like, hey man, it seems like you're really interested in all this stuff.
I refuse to interact with you.
That's fair.
I think I'm just gonna open up the trap door.
Okay. So you guys. Oh no! Where'd he go? Where did he go? Where did Girth go?
He's right here.
Oh, he was invisible. I was like, I didn't see him.
I do ask Girth to whisper to everybody in their minds about the orc chief and the fact that he has a pet. Because I was the only one who understood him.
If you ask me to do that, I put my hand to my ear where I've got this like almost copper Bluetooth piece, and then I say what you tell me to say, kind of out loud but whispered, and then everybody can hear it.
Perfect.
Right. So as you message that and everyone kind of hears everything about the pet, at this point, Zenith, you got the hatch unlocked, or Zenith, you got the latch unlocked and busted open, and you see that there is a ladder that lets you climb down into the dark.
Wonderful. Let's do this.
All right. So you guys, one by one, make your way down to a landing area that is underground. It seems to be caverns cut out of stone with this thick wooden ladder leading you down here.
How deep do we descend for reasons?
About 80 feet.
Crap.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you.
I would like to light my lantern and strap it to my, belt.
Okay, cool. So you have light. I think everybody that has light and the ability to see should have that.
Yeah, I recast light on my battle axe.
Cool. Yep, cool. So everybody who has dark vision and light, cool. You guys, whatever you can see is what you can see because it is dark down here for the purposes of you being 80 feet underground.
Can I also cast light on my little dagger? And then can I hold the dagger up ahead of us like 20 feet? So there's just a floating, glowing dagger ahead?
Yes. Let me do this. Do. Oh no. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do just because I can't find a token fast enough to build it. So I'll just give you 40 feet of light, and we'll just say that's the equivalent of that being 20 feet ahead of you, and you can see what you can see through that. Because that's effectively what you should be able to see anyway. So it should give you 40 feet extended. So when you go around a corner and when there's 40 feet of which for you to see ahead, it should appropriately distance your light.
Okay. And I have to actively recast mage hand every minute.
Yeah. I assume you do. As you feel it starting to break, you just kind of snap your fingers and it comes back into play. And you're just carrying a glowing knife. So, all right. What's the order you guys wish to walk?
I'm taking either first or second.
I would
I'm
like to
somewhere
pick
in the middle.
second or third. Keep
Okay.
the dagger
Back.
floating ahead.
All right.
Victor will be right behind you.
Okay.
Unless you motion for him to give you space for whatever reason.
Right. I'm not exactly a stealth rogue. I don't know if you know this, but I can certainly gain my space fast enough. Actually, you know what? I am going to be with 5 feet out of the way so that should I need to, I can use my whatever it's called, fancy footwork, I think. No, rakish audacity in order to not have more than one person around me, and I can still use it.
Makes sense. All right. So you guys have your order. You can just get to walking.
Take my...
And as you're walking, you see that these are what look like standard cave tunnels. And then it does kind of split off to the left and to the right ahead of you.
There.
And you
Or
see off down to the left down here from the lights, which once you get around the corner, you might be able to see it. Zenith, you probably, yeah. Zenith, you can see down off to the left a little bit, just because you're at the front and right around the corner of that wall. You do see some water, and you guys are hearing just the slow plip plops of water kind of dripping, and it feels much cooler down here. You feel the air feels a little damp. It smells like just wet earth, and Zenith, you do see that body of water down to your left.
Okay. What's new interesting around here? Let's check out the lake down there first. But where'd Noah go?
We lost Noah.
Am I in a wall?
Are
Did I
you in
get
a wall?
deleted? Am I in a wall?
Where did you go?
I was right here for a second. I put myself right
Are you down here?
I can't
His
click
token
on myself.
His token is not. I can't even see his token, so I don't know where it went. Let me.
What the hell? I put myself right here.
No, that's what happens with
saw
Girth
that.
a minute ago too. That was weird. Hold
Oh,
on,
there
let
you
me-
are. Hello.
Yeah, I brought you back on here. Let me get you
There you
updated
are.
to where you need to be. Not 350. That's way too much light. So you can go ahead and update your HP name or your HP and all that jazz that you need to update.
I for a second.
Dude, you just stop existing.
Yeah,
You just stop.
That was-
Just stopping and staring, man.
I just
Alright,
have
cool.
my health there and it's gone again.
Oh, it's because I hadn't finished saving it. What's your health?
I got it.
Alright, cool. 59. Like it. Cool. So as you guys get to this this little lake, it doesn't really seem to be more of a lake. It's more of like a hole dug and people. It almost seems like an underground bath. The water is kind of a tepid, temperate level. It's nothing too warm or too cold. But you do see across from this, on the other side of the lake right here, there is a dusty altar with what looks like a steer head with a disc between the horns, kind of covered in cobwebs and dust, sitting on the altar itself. There seems to be some coins laid around it. There is a broken lute, and a little bit of money, but that's not much.
I'd like to retrieve my dagger, so it's
Absolutely.
now in my hand.
Okay, I will shrink your dynamic lighting to 20 feet. There you go.
No, I wasn't really expecting her to be here. It's interesting. This has added a whole new level.
What are you talking about, old man?
I will use Mage Hand to go pick up a coin.
Well,
Yeah, 1 platinum.
let's
What?
just say I used to not believe in gods, and well, now I do.
Well, it's I'm just going to be here for a minute. I'll send the Mage Hand to go get whatever else I can get that's less than 5 pounds.
You acquire yourself 5 more gold pieces. And there's like what looks to be buttons and other non-valuable coins and pieces of metal on there as well.
Is anybody commenting I'm not hiding that I'm doing this? Does
Oh,
anybody?
Nah.
yeah.
Bella's dead silent, so you watched her take 12 gold without saying anything. So, as far as she's concerned, you can have that.
I'm one for taking gold, but you're kind of defiling the shrine of my goddess.
Wait, this is your goddess?
Yeah.
I will pocket
I'm
my
gonna-
5 gold, and then I
Let's
will
hear.
start using the Mage Hand to wipe all the cobwebs away. There you go.
I'm going to compare the symbol over there and just show him the symbol I've carved on my revolver.
Okay. As you guys are down there on the altar, replacing what you took, cleaning it up.
No, I'm not
and
replacing it.
showing-
I'm just wiping the webs.
Oh, wiping it up. Fair enough. The three of you up here, well, at least Zenith sees them, and I think Bella probably has the vision as well. You see that there are, and he points out to you, there's a couple orcs here and there. So there are a couple more orcs floating around down here that Zenith has seen. What do you want to do?
I know. I'm just gonna say to Girth, you know, the least you can do if you're gonna take gold from a shrine is, you know, donate a little to the cause. 2 gold will be good enough, don't you think? And I put my hand out.
Funny.
I would like to roll insight to see if I understand that you're asking for money.
Okay. Do it. No, you don't.
Okay. I will get 2 gold out, and then I will start like mage handing it back across the water.
He is donating to the cause. It's going back onto the altar.
You know, actually, I'm okay with that.
There you go.
I will subtract 2 gold out of the 5 that I took.
Okay, cool. You guys are down there. Zenith, you see these orcs because you're leading your band of merry underground adventurers. What do you wish to do?
No offense, Victor. Bella, could you go grab the others?
Yep, got it. Do you want?
No,
Can I roll a stealth to try to
Yeah.
not make noise?
Yeah.
As I go pick up everybody else.
Do it.
26.
You're pretty quiet.
I see Girth coming around the corner, and I stop him and I lean down and I say, "Looks like we're gonna run into some orcs. You need to be quiet."
Okay.
And then I will run down to Noah.
I am okay. Well, don't stand on top of me.
Nope, crush you.
I am, as you know, that's happening and they're talking. I'm just looking at the altar from across the water. Can I feel anything, or is my symbol glowing brighter at all?
Your symbol is still glowing, but it's kind of, instead of just glowing a normal like golden hue, it's doing this strange thing where one half of the symbol is glowing golden and the other half of the symbol is glowing like a dark purplish black color.
Oh, something is wrong here.
Oh man, we gotta go.
Something is very wrong.
What do you mean?
As I just turn and look at you, I just show the symbol.
You see that the symbol of Hathor is glowing, and when it was glowing all golden the last time you saw it, it is now the cow's head is outlined in black, and the face of the cow itself is glowing golden still. The horns have gone from glowing golden in the middle towards the 2 points are now glowing black, and the circular symbol that's between the horns is now itself become this strange Vanta black kind of hue.
Can I personally roll something if this is because of the shrine or greater eviler dealings?
Yes, you can either roll insight or religion at advantage, whichever one of those you prefer. Okay, good to know.
I am better at insight.
23. You have noticed that the glow and the growing of the glowing is getting stronger the further you traverse.
Okay, so it's not because we mess with the shrine.
No, it's not.
Alright, so as I show Belle the symbol, I just like dead face say, something is very wrong down here. We need to figure it out now.
Um,
all right. We've got some
then
orcs ahead though, so you need to be quiet as you go forward, okay?
roll me a perception check for the orcs that you saw a second ago, Senate. You can do it at
Sure.
advantage because you were pretty sneaky, just naturally being a sneaky character. So,
Okay.
as you saw these two that were up this way, it didn't seem like they were talking or anything. These guys up here, it seemed like you can't quite tell if they're asleep or if they're just not having any type of conversation. This guy over here doesn't seem to have a weapon up or anything, but they kind of seem to be looking at what they have in their hands.
Sorry, that last part of your sentence got lost.
Oh, it looks like they're looking at something in their hands, but you see that their weapon is on the ground beside them. So it's not like the one on the left here doesn't seem like he's actively armed or guarding anything, but he is looking at something in his hand. So none of them have seen you, and they just seem distracted or asleep. You're not quite sure.
Okay, that's good to know. I'll relay that information. They don't seem to be guarding or immediately hostile. Perhaps we can keep them calm once more. We know for sure we have to get two of them out. We have to get the chieftain, and we have to get his buddy pet. Beyond them, maybe we can convince the others to stay out of our way.
Does anybody, I'm gonna look specifically at anybody with melee, need to get close to stabby? 'Cause
I can pretty easily stabby, or get close.
What's around the corner? Like, is it a big chamber or is it just a hallway?
There's a little alcove to the left. Got at least one, maybe two, but they don't have their weapons with them. And then off further to the right is another bigger chamber. And I only saw one or two more there. So there's going to be more there. They're also exactly. They might even be asleep.
Well, I could try to do the same thing I did earlier with freezing them up. I can also, I'm sure you know Fireball. I can blow up a bunch of stuff, but that's maybe not so good of an idea down here in these tunnels.
Not at first, but I wouldn't put it past you. Don't worry about me. Unless I'm like really bad, then please don't. But you know.
Okay.
As much as I love these conversations, I think there's something greater at work here than just these orcs. We need to get a move on.
That's fine. So
One thing we need to be careful though is NKEGs, because last time I was in a tunnel, actually not the last time, I've been in a couple tunnels since then. But there was once a tunnel like this, and there were a bunch of NKEGs, and they came out from the floor, so you have to be very careful.
okay, I'm going to be running into the main chamber. Maybe Girth, if you could try holding the ones that are off to the left, and try to.
How many are there?
I'm not exactly sure, and I'm not exactly the person to look. I'm not that stumpy.
Can anyone see here without light? Because I can't see unless we have some sort of
Here,
torch.
I can go check.
Can you see?
Yeah,
Okay, that's good.
and I'd like to think I'm pretty quiet.
Yeah, you guys have been quiet enough that they haven't noticed you. If you're trying to get significantly closer, I'll have you roll a stealth check, but if you're just kind of trying to peer out to about where Zenith was, about here, you can get out there without a stealth check.
Yeah, I think
Let
that's
us, let us know how many are off to the left.
okay. So I will slide past Zenith and Victor and like peek my head around the corner. Boop. There you go.
So as you see over to the left, there only seems to be one guy.
Okay. I look back and I hold up a single finger, and then I point this direction to let them know that I'm going to go a little further. I have the 26. Would you like me to re-roll as I get a little closer?
Yes, just to see if they notice you.
Oh God.
Well, he rolled a 3, so no, he doesn't. He
Wow.
Oh,
doesn't
thank
notice
God.
you there.
Thank God.
You look over and you see this orc, whatever it is they're playing with. It looks like rocks, maybe stones. They have some sort of something in their hand, and it looks like they're trying to tinker something together. But you've not known orcs to be tinkerers. Go ahead and make a perception check for me real quick.
No, I got a mission.
You don't know? Yeah, you don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna
You
peek.
see 2 guys up here from
Awesome.
your angle right now.
I want to peek my head around the corner. I don't know if you want me to roll another stealth or.
No, I'll just move you right there. So you're effectively peeking your head, and that is what you see.
Okay.
So, cool.
Um,
And that was you peeking your head.
Perfect. And then I'm like stuck in the wall.
Oops.
There we go.
You should be out.
Yeah, I will take a step back, and I will look over my shoulder at Zenith and Victor, because those are the 2 people I can see pretty well in my line of sight, and I'll hold up 2 fingers, and then I'll point around the corner, like give a corner gesture.
Zenith will not acknowledgement.
Victor will acknowledge as well, and then mentally relay that information to both Noah and Girth.
Can you mentally communicate with people?
I have message, so yes, I can.
There
Hey,
you go.
message.
All right. So, Girth, you get a message in your mind that you did not initiate. There you go. From Victor.
Hey, this is Girth. you can message.
Welcome to my head. Have a seat.
You just answered like a voicemail.
Yep. Perfect. All right. What do you guys wish to do here?
Well,
Oh,
the good
yeah,
thing
I'll relay
about
the information.
Nash is that it's only limited by the fact that it's an action. So I can just keep doing it. So I am going to take a couple steps up.
So that they all see you, or just the one in particular?
Just this one alone.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna like kneel down and just gonna shh and give a a wink or whatever.
And
Or
it's
one of these.
and it's against their insight.
Yes.
Okay. You beat him.
Okay. Whatever that means. I'm gonna attempt to talk to him and just like, hey there. Don't worry about us. We're not gonna deal with you any harm. But we need to know where the chieftain went.
I'll tell you, but it's gonna cost you.
Maybe
He like
right.
rubs his finger together for some money, and he looks at you and he goes, 5 silver pieces.
And I'll just say, can't do that. As I pull out a gold.
He snatches it up real quickly and points in this general direction. He goes, you're probably gonna have to pay them too. But he's over there.
Now. And I will gesture for everyone to move down. And step over here, and while I can only do it to one, I'm still going to be trying to be as like suave and like, hey, how's it going as possible. I'll just go for that guy.
Okay.
DM, if you could move Victor up as well, my hands are busy.
I don't need to know your personal business.
Thank you.
I know what I know what you're doing though.
For those of you who don't know, I have a 4-month-old and I'm currently feeding him, so get your minds out of the gutter.
I know what. I didn't say any of those bad things.
Just dealing
Everyone
with
else
the
got-
baby.
Yeah.
Are you stuck in the wall, Girth? Did I get you stuck there? No. Good.
No, I'm here. Sorry, I just wasn't looking at the
No,
screen.
No.
Yeah, so
Make sure we're stuck. So they.
as I do that, I'm going to hold 2 gold in my fingers and wave it around.
So one of them rolled so bad that he kind of looks to the other one for lead. It's like kind of what to do. One looks a little better equipped than the other, but not much. one guy has a spear and the other has like a spear and a short sword, so he seems to be the leader of the little mini group. And they both kind of look at you and they just shrug their shoulders like, okay, whatever. And they take your money from you and just go back to. You notice at this point now they're playing cards with some really disgusting looking cards. Like, they're not pretty.
Are they playing cards against Orcdom?
Yes, they are.
Cards against Orcmanity.
I mean, you know what though? I feel like he doesn't get to use panache often enough to make it successful, so I'm giving him the opportunity till it doesn't work. So when you roll a 30, it's really hard to fail. So he rolled a 3 and a 13 against that 30, so you know, he won't bet. But yeah, so they kind of just take your money and wave you on and don't really care what you're doing.
As Victor goes forward, I just grab him by the collar of his shirt and I give him a small pull to stop him, and I'm just like, let the flirt go. He's got this. And then
Girth
I will
is
let you
like
go.
walking backwards, like keeping an eye on all the orcs, feeling very
Finger
strange
finger
about all
gun
this.
finger gun in your way. All they're like, hey, yay, yay. So as you look, you see towards the end of this tunnel, there seems to be a spiral staircase that leads up.
Stairs up. Go. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
All right, and you make it to the spiral staircase. What are you four doing? Are you just following him there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let
Yeah,
them play. Let them pay their
keeping,
cards.
Keeping an eye on the back.
Okay. Well, how about we take a short break here, because I need to go to the bathroom and grab a drink, and then we'll pick up in 10 minutes?
Sure.
Yep,
Huzzah.
yep, that should hopefully work.
So
Alright,
be,
At
cool.
the
be back
22?
on the 22 mark.
Yep, that works for me.
All right, YouTube. We'll see you then.
Awesome. So you guys make your way to the end of this hallway where there is a staircase. Are you guys all going to be following the staircase up?
No, I'm gonna leave the mine and go back home.
You can do that.
I'll let Mr. Batty Eyes go first.
Those orcs might
Yeah.
not like you as much as they like Zenith, so you never know.
I'm going up the stairs.
All right. So as you guys follow this staircase up, it follows up for a solid 50, 60 feet, and then it kind of plateaus a little bit, and then you come to the top of this staircase that look down. And so you see ahead of you, when you guys step down from the steps, because you guys are all on the staircase right now, that you're on this kind of elevated platform, and as you look ahead, there is another foyer area here with a giant set of double doors here that are shut. And as you walk further, and I'm gonna move you all down into the room just in case you all are stuck. You get down here a little bit, and you see that there are 2 sarcophagi on either side of this lit room.
Yeah,
I would like to go
you
and
doing?
investigate it, or I will assist Noah with investigation.
Go ahead and roll a investigation or perception at advantage, Noah.
Okay, well, perception is better.
Okay. All right. So, as you walk up here with Victor, you see that these sarcophagi, or the sarcophagus, is covered in dust and dirt, as it seems to have been here a while. You take your sleeve and you kind of wipe it off. As you start to wipe it, you start to see some stone-cut inscription in the lid of it. It says, in Undercommon, "Here lies the dancer of fortune, the one who can change the fate of another." And as you kind of rub your fingers across it and read this to yourself, you see that around the edges of the lid of the sarcophagus, a little bit of a golden light seems to emit, and the lid kind of lifts up just enough for it to turn, and so it's kind of angled now, where it looks like it could be pushed off.
I do so very carefully.
As you push it towards the...
Did you say this was an undercommon?
Yes.
Victor can read it as well.
All right. So you also...
Surprisingly.
Hey.
In this sarcophagus, you find the base frame of what seems to be a firearm. It's a larger firearm. Seems to be something that would need more than one hand to wield, and it's just the base frame. And there is a slight radiant glow to it, but the radiant glow seems to have no source. It's almost as if the frame itself is radiating the light.
Okay. Do I get the sense, the sense that this is essentially calling to me?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I will reach in and grab it.
You reach in and you grab this frame of this larger, not yet completed weapon. And as you grab it, your eyes flash golden for a second, and just for a split second, you swear you see the face of Hathor, and then you're right back to where you were. Feel this warmness come over you, almost like this comforting hug.
I just kind of reel back a little bit, and then I pocket it, of course, and I gently place the cover back on the sarcophagus, and then I, with determination, walk towards the other one.
Victor sees this and immediately follows. He's seen this look in a soldier's eye before.
As you guys are standing there, the three of you kind of see Noah and Victor go from sarcophagus to the other sarcophagus. And same, as you already have an idea of what to look for, you wipe off the top of this sarcophagus. and in Undercommon, carved into the stone, it says, "Here lies the Quiet One, to guide others to the great beyond." And as you touch it and you read it lowly but aloud, you start to see a small cloud of darkness kind of start to emit from the edges of the lid of this sarcophagus, where the radiant light was emitting from the previous one. You see like this black inky darkness kind of seep out of this one, and as you push the lid off of it, you see what looks to be the second half of an uncompleted firearm frame. This one seems to be emitting a small cloud of seemingly source darkness.
Okay. So I just think to myself that this is the connection between the glowing of the silver and all of that. And at first I thought it was probably something bad, but I'm going to very carefully read.
You reach in and you pick up this black smoking frame. Same thing happens again, but this time your eyes flash black instead of golden, and you feel this just sickening feeling come over your body, almost like out of nowhere you're just hit with this uncontrollable urge to just lose yourself in this darkness. And as soon as you come back to, you dry heave for a couple of seconds, and then it's gone. It's like just this wave of sickness hits you for, you don't know why, but it seems to have passed.
I just drop to my knees basically, and then kind of slowly take my time to get back up. I would like to hold out both parts and just examine them. Does it look like they can be put together currently in the state they are, or do I need to spend some time?
It looks like they are built to be put together, but they won't just be put, like you can't just snap them together. It looks like there's going to need to be something that will cause these two opposing forces of this frame to merge into one united piece.
Would I be able to roll something to understand how to go about this? Wow, the crescendo of the music.
Very fitting.
You can roll.
Like, is it simple gun forging, or is there something else at
It's
work?
not simple. It's not simple gun forging. It seems to be something beyond your knowledge of just gunsmithing.
Okay.
Because it looks like these are effectively two completed pieces, and there's no way to put them together as is. They look like they could belong together, but there doesn't look to be any obvious way by which to do that.
Okay. What were you saying I could roll?
You could roll religion.
Okay. Advantage, no advantage?
We'll say advantage. Why not?
Okay. You're saving me with these advantages, man. I got a +0 to all these.
You feel like there might be... You feel like you're going to have to think, if this seems like it's maybe not a gift, but maybe a direction that you've been led by your deity, so maybe your deity might have the knowledge by which to forge these. But that would take... You don't know quite what, but it would take something.
Okay.
While you two are doing these sarcophagi, Bella, Garth, and Zenith, what are you guys doing?
Girth is watching.
Zenith is just examining the door. Is it a regular old door that's going to open up to a chieftain's room, or is it going to blow up at us, or what?
Go ahead and roll a investigation check at advantage. It's a real big door. Or a big set of
At
doors.
advantage is not going to help.
16. It helped. You notice that this door does seem to have some... It's trapped in some way. So it doesn't seem just to be a normal turn the handle, push the door open. It seems like there is something that could cause some negative consequences if not opened correctly.
So it's not a standard like shoot a needle through the locking hole. It's something's wrong with it, dude. Presumably, I get that it's a mechanical thing and not an arcane thing.
Correct. Yeah, it does seem to be a mechanical thing, but it's not as simple as you can just put a pick lock into the keyhole and just click it open. There seems to be multiple different facets to this door where, as you kind of trace the outline and the split of where these two doors are, there are a couple of like gears that are joined by a small chain down the middle of these two doors, and as you follow it around to the top of the seam and it splits left and right, it almost seems like there is a set of traps on the right and a set of traps on the left that need to be concurrently disabled for the door itself to be unlocked.
That's funny, because I was actually just about to say, like, Bella, Girth, I think we need to work together on this one.
All right.
Girth is gonna be going over here, and he's about to begin to start a ritual spell, but he'll pause and come over instead.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. Girth, what were you up to?
I was gonna see if there's any magic doors.
You know
What
what? I'm gonna let you do that. I can't
What?
see magic very well, so I'm just gonna back up and let you do that for a second.
It's gonna take me 10 minutes. I mean, if you want, we can try this first.
We'll say you can take 10 minutes if you want, as Victor and Noah are kind of, because all these things are happening concurrently, not one after the other. So basically, as you guys walk down the stairs, Victor and Noah went to the first sarcophagus and spent a couple minutes, and Zenith walked down to the
okay.
door.
I
So
see.
these are all kind of happening. We're just doing it narratively so you can have the moments. But yeah, so if you wanted to start on whatever your ritual was as soon as you walked in this room, 100% we'll say that you're coming right to the end of the ritual
Yeah.
cast right now.
So Girth will go back up to the center and just start drawing on the floor with a piece of chalk, or maybe it's more like charcoal, but he's gonna start do his incantation, speaking the magical words of detect magic. Rilavamando trovare rivelare scorpire verde, blah blah blah. I'll do that kind of stuff. Then after 10
As you
minutes, yeah.
as you cast detect magic, these sarcophagi, as you look at them, you see the glowing of the light and the smoke, but it doesn't seem to be of arcanic nature. So it registers as something, but not necessarily something that would give you too much information. And as you turn and look down at the door where Zenith was, you see that the door itself seems to have a light coming from underneath it, as if it's permeating in from the room beyond, as if there's something magical beyond the door. So,
This is the magic door. You were right.
What
Something
can we do
behind
about
it.
the magic?
Something behind it is magical anyways. I don't really know what it might be. Is there any traps that are magical? Would that
No.
have showed up?
Yeah, you did not see any magical traps on the door.
So these, whatever you found, these are mechanical in nature. I almost wonder whatever's behind the door, if that's magical, then maybe I should be on standby. And you'll pull out his thin, elegant wand, and I can dispel whatever comes through.
Ready, Bella?
Yeah, I mean, can we
I
we
mean,
disarm?
is this trap? Sorry, is this trap gonna like kill one of you? Because if so, I can just teleport us past the door. It can't be that thick.
I mean, that's
So
certainly a
the
better option.
The door itself. So the way detect magic works is you can't see through it if it's over a foot
Mhm.
thick, but because there's a little gap underneath it, you got the light emanating from underneath it for the magic. And so since you can't see through the door, or you don't get the sense of magic back through the door, you imagine this door is at least a foot thick of pure stone, if not thicker.
Don't you have a little like mousy buddy that could like see under?
That would take another 10 minutes. I think I'm claustrophobic in here.
Okay.
All right. Well, how many of these things did you say, Zenith, that we needed to disconnect? Is it 4 or is it 2?
The one on that. So there's
There,
a set
there.
on one side and a set on the other.
Yep.
Does it look? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask DM. Does it look like something that, if we were to try to do it, 2 people could disengage 4, or do we need 4 people?
You basically need 2 people who can disengage traps to pass concurrent thieves' tools checks together. So it's basically going to be a coupled group check, a coupled skill check between the 2 of you against the DC for the door, and you can each do it twice because there are effectively 2 locks on each door. They just have to be disengaged at the same time, and the door's 2 people wide, so you can't effectively get your arms to reach on both sides and be able to have that same dexterity that you need with which to disable traps. So.
Got
Yeah.
it. Bella will pull out her thieves' tools with a little spin. All right.
Cool. So
And
both of
I
you
suppose,
roll me
yeah,
thieves'
then we'll
tools
pull
check.
out his shiny set as well, because of course they have to be shiny.
Like, sad. Doesn't look like they get much use.
No, they don't, actually.
Sad.
When people let you in without needing to.
What? Oh, come on. What's the fun in that?
Okay,
Okay, that's good.
that is a good roll.
I think I have expertise in thieves' tools. Or is it just proficiency?
If you do, you should only have 1 skill expertise and not 2. So it's either thieves' tools and 1 skill or 2 skills.
Yep, I do have expertise in thieves' tools.
There you go.
Awesome.
Very
Bum,
nice.
Bum, 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 bum. That's a bad roll for me. Jesus.
Combined, you guys take the first set of traps and very carefully just you hear them disengage, and the door starts to shake a little bit. Not like continuously, but it's just that first set of pressure valves seem to have been relieved, and you seem to have cleared the first combination trap lock.
Hearing
Okay.
this, Victor would sort of like pat No on the shoulder, and motion for him to come towards the stairs.
And set number 2.
And set number 2.
All right.
Oh, God.
Well, because you guys rolled as well as you did on the first one, it did actually drop the DC for the second one.
Wow.
So with your combined, so basically what I was doing is I was adding them together using the combined total, right? So the combined total for your first one was a DC 35, and the DC you had to
Oh,
meet
nice.
was 35. And
Nice.
for the second one, because you did that and you beat it by 5 plus, it dropped the DC of your second one down by 10. So it dropped it from 35 to 25, which you
Oh my
barely
God.
got.
Oh my God.
So, as you guys, you're kind of shaking a little bit, and you're starting to feel like your tools are gonna break, and then all of a sudden you catch just that last hairpin trigger, and you just disengage it. And the door waves one more time, and you see at that point the door handle, which seemed to have been covered by some mechanical slide, just slips up and goes. So it goes from being a sheer flat face of the stone door to lifting up, and there are 2 handles that can be turned with which to open this door. You have successfully decoded or broken the traps and cleared them.
Zenith takes a step back and holds out his hand to the side for like a high five.
Bella will give a high five. Like, good job. Boom.
Okay. Girth, you ready? I'll grab onto the handle.
And I'll grab the other handle.
I mean, if do you think it's a magical trap in there or just something from like the orcs?
Either way, it probably shouldn't exist, right?
Okay.
So you guys grab the handle. Girth is behind you. Victor, Noah, you come around the corner. You see that they have their hands on this door ready to open it. Is there anything you wish to do in this last moment before they open this door?
I'm still standing here, just thinking on things, but seeing things are getting done. I take the parts, I just put them away, and I unholster my revolver and just aim it directly at the door, ready for anything.
As you grab the handles, both of you, Zenith with your right hand, Bella with your left, looking at each other, kind of giving you that nod. Girth behind, awaiting to see what magical discovery is on the other side. Victor at the ready, and Noah with his guns at the ready. You guys push the handle of the door, and you see that you push yourself and these doors open. And as you look in, you see a smaller dragonoid looking creature sitting at the base of a small set of stone steps. You see and you hear this voice as you look up these steps. You see that there is this green-skinned, orcish looking humanoid sitting on a throne made of stone, wielding a strange looking great sword. Beside him, there is another sarcophagus, this one seemingly made of onyx with gold inlay, surrounded by candles from the top of the staircase all the way down to the bottom. You see there are multiple stone statues poised in this room, and as the door opens, he turns and he looks and he kind of smirks and he says, "If you've come to claim my hoard," and he kind of waves his hands around, and you see now as he waves his arms around and you guys step into the room that there seem to be additional sarcophagi in different quadrants of this room. "You've come to claim my hoards and my pet," and he then waves down to the wyvern. "You're gonna have to try harder than just breaking in to my room. I'm gonna kill you all. I'm gonna sacrifice your bones to my god and feed your muscles to my pet. And then I'm going to destroy this temple in the process. Because this god is worthless and can do nothing for anyone."
I would like to cut you off right there, sir, because I take 2 shots.
Can you reach that far?
I have sharpshooter.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and take your shots.
I also have preemptively, like, probably with the door tapped
Yep.
for another minute on my wraps.
Okay. Okay. Let me... 21, 23. Cool.
And I would like to spend a grit point on that second shot, if possible. And I am going to make it a winging shot, and he has to make a strength saving throw of 14, or hopefully not be knocked prone and go tumbling down those stairs.
29.
Mother...
Wow,
Well, he takes 22 points of piercing damage.
that's a save.
I hope no one was planning on grappling him.
Alright.
Oh.
Well, looks like we're going. Girth.
Like, the second he started trash talking, that's when my bullets went loose.
Yep. Okay. Girth, you're up, and you just hear over your shoulder 2 bullets fly past you between Zenith and Bella, past the wyvern, and up to the first one, and the second one just hits this man in his chest, and he kind of looks at him, and he just shakes it off and looks up at Noah, just looks through all of you to Noah and goes, "Huh. I take it she's yours? She'll fail you just like she's failed everyone else." Girth.
I can't go in the room, apparently.
Oh wait, oh, it's because I have the dynamic lighting on there, and it still blocks you guys out for some reason. Cool. So I'll just move you guys on the other side of the door.
Yeah, so I'll
I think I should.
sidestep,
Cool.
and I want to crouch just behind
There you
this
go.
knight guy.
Cool.
And then I am going to I'm going to cast Hold Person on him.
Paralyze.
You
Yeah,
go to
lucky.
reach up to cast the spell, and he just shakes it off and says, "Try again next time, little man. You're never gonna stop me with that weak magic." Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. You see the giant, well, larger, dragging-looking thing who was already on the ground is going to run directly to the two of you, take one bite at Bella and one tail sting at Zenith. So the bite is a 22 for 11,
It hits.
and the stinger is a natural 1, so it misses. Noah. What do you wish to do?
I realized I was muted. If I was a barbarian right now, this would be the purest form of rage you would ever see. Not moving a muscle. I just stare right back at him and take 2.
Okay. Right? 24 to hit. Okay.
15 more damage.
Sounds good to me.
And I just stand my ground.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Actually, you know what? Because I'm going to be an asshole like that. I activate the wings.
Okay.
And then I end my turn.
Okay. So, he is. You see him grab his greatsword, and he grabs his greatsword and rubs his right wrist, and he slowly, without any type of qualms or hesitation, walks to the back of his wyvern. He looks up at you, Noah. Says, "Huh, you've made a mistake, thinking that you can come here to my house and stop me." And he reaches up with his right arm, and you see him turn his wrist over. And as a bonus action, he's going to use Tether Bracer, which if a 15 hits, which I don't think it does, or does a 15 hit you, Noah?
A 15 would hit me.
So, I need you to go ahead and make, as you guys see that he throws this grappling hook out of his wrist, and it wraps around Noah. And he all of a sudden yoinks himself 10 feet closer to him, which is
Strength
effectively
save?
strength save is 17, so it effectively puts him right here, 23. So he moves closer to you, but you are not immediately pulled prone. So he pulls himself 10 feet closer, and as he gets to the other side, he can still wield his sword with both hands because it's attached to his wrist, this grappling hook. Turns and takes. He's just going to do one swing. He's going to take a swing at you, Zenith, or Zenith. A 21 to hit for 12 slashing damage.
For 6 slashing damage.
6 slashing. And as part of it, he is going to go ahead and burn one of his munition charges, and you hear this explosion of what sounds like a gun, but coming from his sword. And I need you to make a strength saving throw of DC 17, please, or take 3 thunder damage and be knocked towards the wyvern 10 feet. So you take 3 thunder damage and you're knocked 10 feet that way. As Bella, you just see that as he swings with this sword, it's almost like a bullet or a concussive force blasted into Zenith and forced him away. And then he just
Would-
looks and just.
Would burst in the swing be part of my whatever evasion? No.
Yeah, you can take half damage, so just take 2 from
Okay, dodge.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's part of it's additional damage
Great.
on top of the thing. Yeah, so instead of 15 total, it's 8. So, and he looks at you, Bella, and just kind of looks, and that's his turn.
Alrighty. Bella is going to reach into her pocket and pull out a coin, but instead of looking at the big guy, she's going to turn to the wyvern and she's going to flip the coin a couple times before giving it a hard flick, and it goes up into the air and spins and spins and spins, and I need him to make me a Constitution saving throw DC 13. Yes! It's blinded.
Okay.
Damn.
And I catch the coin in the air, and then I'm gonna bonus action disengage, and
Okay.
gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm actually gonna get up here on the stairs.
Sounds good. Zenith, it is now your turn. You were just slashed and what felt like blasted with a gun, which is odd, and forced away.
Well, I will get up to my position. Feet probably dragging across the ground. Boom. And
You are breaking up a
Did
lot.
anyone hear any of
No,
that?
you're breaking up a lot.
I'm sorry that is anything coming through.
A little bit now.
All right, let me try that again. So I will be standing up from probably like skidding near the floor with my feet on the ground, and I take a look at him and I say, well, see, there's a problem. Is that you also think that you can defeat us. And guess what? Guess what I have for you? Catch me. And, oh, well, okay. That's,
Oh no.
you know what? If he gets a 1 in insight, then it works. Maybe. I don't know. I'm
Oh, it
trying
would
to
auto
get my
fail.
cash.
Yeah, I mean it would be it would be an auto fail for both of you. But yeah, he rolled a 20. So it does not work.
You guys are gonna have to deal with an extra round without damage from me. I'm gonna bonus action disengage and step back a little bit.
All right.
But just know that I was. Okay, I stumbled. Okay, I got blasted and I kind of fell over.
It's alright, it's alright.
All right, Victor, you see that there seems to be this mechanical metallic cord attachment from Noah leading to this half-orcish gentleman, maybe?
Okay. So as my bonus action, I'm going to summon my Echo 5, 10, 15. So it'll appear right here, but then move right up next to him. Can I make an attack against the cord that's coming out of him?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
That does not miss. That does not hit, should I say. You roll.
Okay.
That does not miss.
It does not hit either.
Okay. I'm gonna make a second attack against it.
Okay. Against the cord or against him?
Against the cord.
That misses.
Okay. And that will be. I'm going to move up 10 feet in, but then that will be my action. Yeah, that'll be my action.
Earth, you have this wyvern in front of you and this giant man beside you.
Okay, I want to reach around the corner and try to touch him on the leg, whispering electricity or something like that. I don't know how to
Okay.
say these words in a different language, but I will cast shocking grasp on him.
That will miss.
Okay, then I would like to bonus action disengage and move action. 1, 2, 3.
You get cunning action? Are you a level 2 rogue?
I'm a level 1, but I'm pretty sure don't they
Do you
have
get-
that?
Do you get cunning action at level 1 as a rogue? I can't remember.
No, I think it's just sneak attack. You're right.
Yeah, you get cunning action at
Hmm.
level 2 to disengage.
You are correct. Okay, I will stay where I'm at.
Okay. This wyvern who is now blind, he's gonna chomp around with everything that's in front of him, and he's gonna try and hit. And the only thing that's even in his area to try and hit would be Girth, but he's blinded, so it's gonna all be at disadvantage. So here's a bite, and here's its
That's a miss.
claw.
That's also a miss.
That would have
Oh,
been some
man.
bad times. And does it get to make the save at the end of its turn?
I am
Yes.
95% certain that that is correct. Let me,
Yeah, it does. It says in the description you posted.
yeah, at the
On
end of
save,
your
right?
turn.
Turn.
Still blinded.
Still blinded. Noah, you have this grappling hook pierced and wrapped around you right now, attached to this man. What do you do?
I have a devious idea.
Okay.
I'm going to. Is this restricting my movement at all?
It is. Let me double check. Da-da-dun. It is not. But you are currently. Well, you're grappled because you failed the save. So, yes, you are grappled. And you can attempt to make the save as an action on your turn.
I got a 23 against a 17. What do you mean?
Oh,
I
you're not
failed?
you're not grappled. Then he's just stuck to you. That's what it is. Yeah, that's right. If you're next to him, though, you're at 0 no matter what. So,
Yeah.
Anyway. Yes, you are not grappled.
Okay, well that changes my plans. Okay, I'm going just in this base room.
Mhm.
How high is the ceiling?
20 feet.
20 feet? Okay, I will fly I'll fly 15 feet up
Okay.
and just stare at him and say, "You want to go for a ride? Let's go for a ride." And I will just spend my action to reload my revolver. And I don't know if this is an action for the armor or if it's like a bonus action. It just kind of says I can do it. But if you would allow me to, I would like to summon a swarm of bees next to him.
I would say the summoning would probably be an action because it's we'll say an action to summon and then a bonus action. Are they controllable?
It says for 3 hours the user gains flying speed and you can summon a swarm of bees. It just says you can summon a swarm of bees and you can commune with them.
We'll treat it like the ranger ability then, and we'll say the time you want to commune with them as a bonus action to do stuff.
Okay, so it's action to summon.
Yeah.
So I'll fly 15 feet up, and then I'll fly here, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. So he is going to, since he's latched onto you with this grappling hook, he is going to give himself the ability to. It gives him more movement because he's basically pulling himself along. So he's going to get more movement to get to you. And he's up in the air with you. So I'll say that you can get one attack of opportunity from the echo, but at that point he's already going up in the air, but Victor. So a 19
So he's
will hit.
climbing up towards me.
Oh yeah, he absolutely is.
That is funny.
Cool. Yeah, that hits. 19 hits.
13 damage. Actually, though, not to be that guy, but his movement speed has been reduced by 10 with that hit. So can he still make this full movement?
Why is that?
From the slasher feat?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, he had enough movement to get there without it. It just gives him
Okay.
10 more feet of movement. So really, it just put him in normal. So.
Okay, cool.
But for his first attack, he is going to hit you take a swing at you with a greatsword. as he's coming up against you. So 29 against you, Noah, for 14 slashing damage.
Yes, it does.
And then he is going to go ahead and burn another munition shot to make this a slash bang. And
Slash bang.
yep, and so you're going to go ahead and take this much damage, as well as I need you to make a DC strength save of 17 or get knocked prone.
Oh, joy.
You make the save, so you're not knocked prone. The damage is full. The save keeps you from getting knocked prone. So 24 damage, burns another one of his munition points. And then, as his second attack, he turns and looks at you, Victor. And he turns his sword and points his sword at you. And he's going to shoot you with his sword, with the bullet out of his gun.
Okay.
So there's a 22 to hit for 20 bludgeoning
That
damage.
misses as he takes the shot. You see like almost like a secondary shimmering echo appear in front and take the blast as I cast shield.
Stupid wizard
Ooh.
fight. It's fine. And yeah, he's gonna action surge.
Well, of course he is.
And he's gonna take another attack at you, Noah. Bam. For 13 more slashing damage. And then he is going to you feel the rope around you release, and he drops down to Victor and just goes, I don't like missing. He's gonna hit you with his great sword, or try to. Misses. Cool.
I smile and say, "Get used to it."
So cool. He used all of his movement, his bonus action with action surge, and he's in your face now. So. Also, slash bang's a fun name for a weapon.
That is
It
a
is
very
fun
fun name.
Do I automatically have advantage on this guy because he is blind?
Yeah, he can't see you.
Okay. So we're gonna go sharpshooter. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that does work.
29
With
points of damage.
Matching damage.
Hmm?
Oh, no, just matching damage.
Oh. And then, as my bonus action, let's see. I didn't measure this out. Oh, he's just out of my reach. Dang it.
Well, you have movement because you didn't have to take the 1 feat or the 1 ability, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a. Actually, I'm gonna turn around. What is up here on this pedestal? Is there anything that looks like it might be of importance to the orc chief?
It is just a sarcophagi right now.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna take a step down here, and I'm gonna shout to Noah because he's within my 60 feet radius. Say, hang in there, old man, and I'm gonna cast healing word at level 2 for 4. Ta-da! I am more of a rogue than a cleric, and that is the end of my turn.
Hey, healing's healing.
Alright, gotta deal with this. 5, 10. Take a big ol' stab at this guy. Kabam. 24, 35.
Yeah, that's doing some work. I'll tell you what. This wyvern's
tell
not
you
happy
what.
about that. He is not happy about that one bit. He's blinded and he's getting assaulted. No one would be happy.
Yep.
All right.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, okay. Let's see. It would have been like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. No, 50, right there. That's fine.
Victor, you see your ghostly shielded version of yourself kind of float off into the distance as if your soul has found some respite and just whoosh goes. What do you do?
Do I have flanking on him right now, or Noah's too
So
high up in the air?
Noah's in the air, and he chose to release his own tether onto Noah and drop down to you. So
Gotcha.
you do not have flanking.
Okay. So my echo. You sort of see my echo and I trade places, and I'm going to take 2 attacks with my primary weapon against him. So attack 1.
Nope.
Attack 2.
Nope.
Bonus action attack.
Is teleport switching places free?
I thought it cost half my movement.
Oh, that's probably it. I don't
Let
remember.
me. Oh no, that is my bonus action. Never mind. Okay. Well, I also don't like missing, so I'm going to use my action surge
Okay.
to also make 2 more attacks.
Nope.
Jeez.
Yep.
All right. Oh. So that's for 9 slashing damage. And something I should have done beforehand. I'm going to burn one of my Unleash incarnations to make another attack.
Yep.
For 7 more.
Okay.
And then
You could unleash another.
would you allow that, DM?
So
They're 2 separate actions.
Well,
They
yes,
are-
but I
they
didn't
are-
take them in that
yeah.
order. That's the
Yeah.
problem. So
yeah, so since you action surged before,
yeah,
you took one. No, unfortunately.
yeah. I was gonna say I figured that's why I was mad.
I will say, however, that your hits that you're hitting them with don't seem to be as effective as you think they should be.
Okay.
And now Noah, that he's closer to you and you've seen the effects of your bullets that you're used to, they don't seem to be having the deep impact of what you expect from your pretty good guns. So, Girth.
Okay.
You have a blind wyvern in front of you.
He's going to trying to crawl past it over to here, and then kind of squatting on the floor, very small figure, being a halfling and being almost prone. He's going to reach into his belt pouch, and he's going to pull out a little pipe, like a smoking pipe, but it's made out of iron, and he's going to grab it and then point it at this guy up here, the bad guy, and he's going to say, "Paralyze!" again.
To the guy that's up here.
The boss guy, yeah, not the
The chief
wyvern.
did.
Okay, wisdom save, huh? He is going to use Indomitable and try and do it again.
Is that a spell?
No, Indomitable is
Okay.
it's an ability that
Yeah.
lets you. Here, I'll just post it.
Okay,
That's
that's fine.
a high-level fighter.
No, just 9th level.
Reasonably
know-
high.
You know he's at
Oh.
least level 9.
That's true.
There you go. But yeah, so you see that he starts to get paralyzed, but then he just kind of like focuses and like just you hear him let out this guttural roar as he just like snaps his traps back and just breaks out of your paralysis.
Okay.
Good work, Garth. Come on, we got this.
Take care of the wyvern, and I will stand up, and that's my turn.
The wyvern, hearing that you're there, is going to try and bite you at disadvantage and try and slap its tail at you because it's just flailing around, not being able to see what's happening. Bite. 19 for 7. And then
Okay. Take
then
7.
the tail stinger attack.
Oh.
Ooh.
Miss.
All right, cool. It misses. Noah.
DC save for him.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Con.
You could have just let me forget and stay blinded.
I'm not gonna be a jerk.
Woohoo! He
That's
can see
passive.
again. He looks at you, Girth, and now you see that just this poison dripping from his mouth, and his eyes go from being like this milky white to his pupils reappear, looking you right in the face. Here, for effect. In the face. Noah, it's your turn.
Yeah. So, seeing my bullets not doing anything, well, not doing as much,
Yeah.
I curious. I'm going to give a quick glance up. So am I getting the feeling from this sarcophagi that I did from the other two? Like, is there anything equally calling
It's
to me?
it is, but it's very, very weak, almost like it's being suppressed.
But something there is calling towards me.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this violin is perfect.
It is. Good music choice.
I want to fill this guy with lead, but I have a feeling that I could do something else if I... Okay, I'm going to take my full movement and dash. I'm just going full on bumblebee flight mode.
Cool. You are, if you're staying 10 feet in the air, or 15
Huh.
feet is where you are out of his melee range on the ground.
Okay,
you
so-
could do
so-
your full movement, no risk of attack of opportunity because of you choosing to be 15 feet in the air. And he released his rope on you when he came down to go for Victor.
I
So.
think... let's see, where would I get? I would get, well, on
It's
top of
Bella.
you.
Yeah, I'd say you can be the square beside her if you want.
So, like, right here.
Yeah.
So I'm just full on flying. Like, I stow my pistol, and I'm just flying to the sarcophagi.
Okay.
Are you a bee
Anything
out
on
of
your
hell?
bonus action?
Oh, I am a bee out of hell, baby.
Anything on your bonus action?
Well, oh yeah, because my action is to dash.
Hmm.
My bonus action, do. I'm going to think long and hard. I'm just going to think about Hathor and everything that I've been given. And as I fly, I'm going to touch my chest and touch my other hand to the symbol on my revolver. And I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So he seeing you run, he just says, "You coward," and he steps to here, and he's gonna take one swing at your Echo, and then one down at Zenith. So here's the one at the Echo.
And my echo disappears.
And he looks at Zenith, and he's gonna take a shot for 11, but he's then going to burn a munition shot, and he's going to utilize maimed reflexes, which go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw of 17, or take 3d6, so 12, so you pass. So yeah, so luckily
Oh,
you
that's
don't
nothing
suffer.
or half?
It's part of the attack. So if you're uncanny dodging the attack, it
I
will
am.
half that. Okay, so 27 reduced to 14.
27.
23.
23?
Yeah. Told you, math is hard today. So 12.
23.
Yep. So you
Reduced
have,
to 12.
and so he burned a munitions charge there. So yeah, you don't suffer the other portion of the attack. But for his bonus action, he is going to second wind himself. All right, not awful.
Oh, now we can see his level.
There you go.
Ow.
And he is going to just step here with the rest of his movement. So he stays in your range, but steps around you to the guy behind you.
Blade.
You're lucky that you passed that check, because the second half of the
Yeah.
ability, it's a bad time.
I can imagine.
It's called, I will tell you the name of it. It's called maimed reflexes. So, yeah, you had been maimed. Anyway, Bella, it's your turn. You see the wyvern shake off, and you feel the concentration.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna pull out my coin from Nula, and I'm gonna give it a quick kiss and say, "Hey, I don't really pray, but if you could help out now, this would be great." And I'm gonna flick the coin, and I'm gonna put it in front of the wyvern. I'm gonna flick it so it like flies around the wyvern's head and gets in his line of sight. It's just my flavor for blindness, and then Bella will catch it, and let's see if we can't blind him again.
Man, this wyvern's being
Yes!
bullied.
Oh my god. Jesus. Well, Girth is having a good time now because the wyvern's blinded.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah. So Bella just lets out a very long sigh of relief, and she goes, "Hey, big and ugly, why don't you just try to come over here instead of picking on him?" And try to get the guy's attention as like a bonus action, I guess.
Roll a either persuasion or intimidation check, whichever you want. At disadvantage or advantage, sorry, because he's blinded. You can't see where it's coming from.
22.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
And then
You see the wyvern start to shift a little bit.
awesome. And then I'm gonna go a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm gonna like try to move out of the direction that he heard me.
You mean
See
the
it.
direction that Noah is in?
Well, sucks to be Noah. Noah's
All
flying.
right. Zenith.
Right, I'm just gonna say, be right back. Vaguely to Victor and also vaguely to the Orc Chieftain as I disengage as a bonus action. 5, 15, 20. Take that bold range shot. Oh,
Hold on,
This
hold on.
wyvern, dude.
Oh.
That's 16. I'm just gonna math this. It's gonna be a lot because it's gonna
16,
be
46, 56,
64.
60, 66.
66.
66? That's 64. No, I think you're right.
64.
Yeah, 64.
Yeah, 64.
Shit.
still alive.
Okay.
But he's barely breathing.
I mean,
And
yeah,
I'm
pretty much.
literally gonna work my way back here.
It's gonna take an attack of opportunity. Can it do
No,
that?
it's not.
That's
It
right.
can't with me.
That's right. That's why I stopped myself halfway through that sentence because I remembered but kind of forgot.
And even without it, I did use disengage on the turn. So
Oh yeah, that's right. Victor, you just saw Zenith go just shank a wyvern and come back.
oh, I didn't
Gotcha.
just shank it. That
You
one
like-
through its freaking gut.
Yeah.
You ran it through real hard.
You sliced a wing off. Okay, so since I've got advantage, I'm gonna whack at this big boy. 22 hit.
Yep.
For 8 damage.
Mhm.
Attack number 2. 21
Yep.
for 7 more, which doesn't feel like it's doing a whole lot. I'm gonna bonus action resummon my echo, and using another one of my charges.
Just got it.
Which let me read the
Yeah, I know.
thing about it.
Because
real
I'm pretty
quick.
sure. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you can do what you think you want. I think it goes from either.
It says you make an
No,
attack
it's from the echo's position.
from the echo's
so-
position. Okay, so this is just a straight roll.
Yep.
Oh, that misses.
Yep. It's not quite fully corporeal yet as your echo goes to swing down a battle axe, and because the battle axe hasn't taken its full form, it just kind of passes right through him from shoulder to hip, and it's just like nothing happened. So,
But his speed is also reduced by 10 in case he tries to get away or go someplace else.
okay. Girth.
I don't think he's going to, but
This wyvern is looking in a real bad way.
I don't think any of my spells are really that good for this encounter, so I am going to once again point at him. But instead of commanding him, I will flick my wrist and I will cast 6 magic missiles at him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll There you go. 14. Okay.
So
As your
18
missiles.
points.
Yep. Oh, 18. You're right. That's right. Boom. As your magic missiles, you guys, both of you see both Zenith and Victor just as he is machine gun pelted just with little magic pellets. They're just and those seem to be getting through any resistance that he may have. So
That's what I figured. I will also shout. No, I won't shout anything. Never mind. That's my turn.
So this wyvern, thinking that the thing that attacked it is still behind it, is going to continue its turn, and it's just going to. It's going to move over here. So if you want attack of opportunity, Girth, you have one.
Can I attack of opportunity with a spell, Shocking Grasp, or does it have to be a weapon?
Do you have Forecaster?
No.
Okay, then it would have to be a weapon attack.
I'm not gonna bother.
Okay,
I will
it
keep
is.
my reaction.
It's gonna go ahead and make a perception check to see if who it goes for, and it rolled an 11. It's just gonna try and sniff out the air, hop around. It's just gonna launch itself up in the air and flail wildly. It's gonna try and get you, Noah, and see what happens. It's probably going to fail. Boom and boom. 13 and a 23.
Well, 23 hits.
So for that, you take the first damage, and then you make a Constitution saving throw for the second
Not
one.
great.
So you take the
Oh,
full.
no.
You take the full 27 damage. So you take 41 damage.
Well,
From
I
this
fall
plate.
from the sky.
From this blindedly failing wyvern. I'm not going to make you take a death save fail for falling out of the sky at 10 feet. That's just rude. Okay. You, Bella, see this wyvern just like flailing around wildly and blindly, and just got lucky and connected with Noah with its tail and just goosh. Noah, go ahead and make me a death saving throw. It was part of the turn that he fell, so it's not falling 30 feet. You have one back. This boss, Vagan the Breaker, looks up and sees that the wyvern connected and sees Noah just fall and hit the ground. And he looks at you, Victor, and says, "Now that he's been dealt with, I can deal with you too." And he looks at you, and he's going to go ahead and take his first attack at you, Victor, for an 18 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. And then he's going to continue the swing to try and catch Zenith, see if he can't get one person off his back for 24. Seeing that you're with him there, he is going to use he's going to use a burst strike and burn munitions charged, and go ahead and make me a strength saving throw of 17.
No thanks. I don't feel like it.
So you fail it. So it's a total of 26 damage, and you are pushed back 10 feet, and pushed 10 back 10 feet. So you are forced out of his immediate reach.
Yes, I am.
Cool. Which is probably helpful. Like, bah, just get out of my face. So yeah, so that's 26 reduced to 13. Cool. All right. And he is going to be able to watch his back better. He's going to stand here and step between the two of you, kind of turning his eyesight to where you would come from, Zenith, so he can see if you can try and sprint past him, basically blocking you back there. Bella.
Bella's going to shout as a bonus action, like, "Get up, old man, this ain't your time." 5 points of healing to him, and then she's going to take a shot at the wyvern, who is blinded, for 19 to hit.
Balls. It had 3 HP left from your last hit.
Sure, just a tad bit of overkill there. Yes.
You should move
yep.
anywhere.
I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna go 5, 10. So I have line of sight on that guy. And that's the end of
Okay.
my turn.
All right, Deneth, you just got slashed with a sword and forced back 10 feet as the thunderous clap from this munition charge just explodes in your chest.
Well, this sure is funny. Okay. I think he's blocking me, but wait, how long does it take to cast levitate?
It's just an instant cast spell. It's just an action to cast it.
Oh, okay. Could I request an acrobatics to jump over?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to flip in between Victor and the chieftain.
Roll me some acrobatics. Oh yeah. Oh, use
Land
Like
right here.
like you're a gymnast. Just boom, boom, boom.
If I'm doing it to myself, how long does it take to take a potion?
Bonus action.
Yeah, why not? I'll take a bonus action and do a greater healing, which I believe is 4.
4d4 plus 4. Yes.
Oof.
17.
That's some
Nice.
good dice rolls, man.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
And with flanking, I believe, it's not just you that gets it from that guy, right?
No,
Or is
no.
it?
You
The
can't flank
echo,
Echo.
yeah, the echo is a construct, so you don't get any flanking or
Just you.
advantage. No, I don't even get it.
What?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, you did. I thought that was in the description.
Nope.
You cannot flank with
It
Echo.
used to be when it was UA, but then when it became official, they removed that ability because it was just too broken.
Um, I'm going to hold the stab. I'm going to assume that Victor is going to shift over, and so is the echo. So I'm going to wait for Victor to move or attack, I guess, and
Did
then
you
just
cast-
get a regular attack.
Did you cast levitate on yourself?
No, I did not.
Okay,
I
cool.
just flipped it.
So
Moved
gotcha.
over.
Okay, so if you're holding your action to stab, you can do that. But if you stab, you will no longer be able to uncanny dodge. Just so you know, because that's your it'll use your reaction to stab them. 'Cause
That's
how.
true.
So I'll let you choose. If at the time you decide you don't want to stab him, that's cool. But if you want to stab him, you can also do that. So it's up to you.
I'm waiting for Victor to step over to the other side.
Okay. Victor, it is your turn.
All right. Well, that's exactly what I was going to do. So that's not actually like, they
I
do
believe you.
not. They
All right.
do not. I do not use the teleportability. Like you just see,
They just
like
walk.
the echo move to the side, and Victor goes around to get flanking.
So your reaction attack goes off, so you can attempt to stab him at advantage because you are flanking.
That is wonderful.
That does hit.
With a relatively low, but 90.
Okay. Victor, it is your turn.
Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like really cramming myself trying to click. For 9 damage, attack number 2.
Yep.
For an additional 11. Bonus action, Morning Star. For 13 more. And then using my last Unleash Incarnation. Oh. My echoes let me down. And that is my turn.
Girth is going to sigh and with more like frustratedly like ugh,
There's 2 of them.
and come
Oh,
down
God.
over here. Oh, sorry, that's not supposed to be there. How damaged does he look? Like, can I tell if he's looking worse for wear?
He's looking like he's got a lot left in the tank.
I will magic missile him at level 1. And it never rolls enough dice, so there's
That's weird that it doesn't do that.
so 10 total. And
All right,
then I won't do anything else. That's my turn.
Okay. Noah. You just got smashed out of the sky by a blinded wyvern and it got yelled back to life.
Just gonna slam my fist against the ground, stand up for half my move, then 5, 10, 15, walk right there. I will bonus. Do I still have that? Yeah, I have that, right? I still have it. I didn't use it this time. I haven't used it yet. This fight. So I'm gonna second wind.
Okay.
For 8. And I'm gonna take my pistol out.
Okay.
And as much as I'd love to get all 4 shots, take my pistol out, would you consider,
You get it for free, don't you? Because
that's
of
at
your
level
class?
7.
Oh. Well, so you get the object interaction anyway, which lets you pull or stow a weapon. So you can pull it out. You can pull out
Okay.
your gun. Yeah.
So free. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am then going to do, because I want to post it, because I love the name for fan the hammer. And that is my action surge, so I'm taking 4 shots
You win.
at this fella. Come on, come on, come on. First shot.
Yep.
That one misses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots of misses. And that just hits.
Okay. So
22
the first
damage.
2 hit. And that will be my turn.
Okay. He doesn't like the fact that he's getting double team shank. It's gonna take 1 attack at the dude who just secret stabbed him. So Zenith, he's gonna stab you first. So there's a 29 to hit for 15 slashing damage. He is going to try and get it so that he can get out the way if worse comes to worst. I need you to make a strength save of 17 or take, ooh, that's really bad damage. Jesus. 0. Okay, so you take 19, so 10 total damage. But the other part of the spell is you cannot make attack of opportunities until my next turn with this guy.
Okay.
So you just can't attack of opportunity him. You have your reactions for your other stuff. You just can't stab him. That's all. So let me take one of his munition charges out of there. And then he turns to you, Victor, and he is going to try and hit you with a sword for 29 for 15 slashing damage. And he is gonna go ahead and do a burst strike against you. So I need you to make a DC 17 strength save. He's gonna burn another one of his shots.
fail.
Cool. So you take total of 21 slashing damage, and you're forced 10 feet away from him. And since all of his stuff worked, he's gonna get 1 attack, but he's not getting 3. So he's gonna run this way to go. He sees Noah to protect what's his. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your echo gets. Well, does your echo get an attack of opportunity because you? Or
No,
just its own thing?
the echo gets its own.
Okay, cool. It misses anyway. So
Yeah.
yep, it burns.
He also because of the attacks I did against him, he has 10 less movement speed.
Oop.
From slashing.
Cool. Yep. I didn't move him far enough. I forgot anyway. So he's back to where he would be because he could have made it to about there. He's got a little bit faster speed. So he is where he is, right beside Girth and Bella. It's like, ah, shit. But you saw that he blasted what felt and sounded like a gunshot into both Zenith and Victor, and there's he's back by you, Bella, and it's your turn.
I'm gonna point a finger at him and just, you know what, we're gonna give this a shot. Bella's just gonna yell in the most motherly tone as she can, "Sit!" And I'm gonna cast command on him.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
Damn it!
Oh.
He looked at you, and his attention was on Noah. But he turns and looks at you, and he goes, "You dare. You dare." And he starts foaming at the mouth.
Oh yeah, I dare. Bring it. And that's the end of my turn. I'm not moving.
Zenith.
I'm going to run around, and as I'm doing this, I'm going to say, "This isn't your time to cast your own righteous judgment." And I'll stab him in the back.
You are flanking, so you get advantage. Well, that hits.
Okay, that was kind of... No, it's fine.
I mean,
24.
you're across the way, yeah. So it hits. Cool.
And then, this doesn't look like a good flanking position for anyone else. And he's just gonna, like, push me away or stop me from attacking. So I'm going to...
Well, you have your reaction back now, so because it's your turn.
do.
Well, no, it's his turn. Yeah, so you just can't stab him. So you still have all your regular stuff. So, you know, you're
No.
good.
Fuck it, I'm gonna stand right there.
Okay.
There, that's my
Aw.
turn.
All right, Victor.
Okay. So I move my echo to there. I'm going to move 15 feet forward there, and I'm going to make some attacks. Actually, yeah, no, I'm gonna just make straight attacks against him. So 21 to hit.
Yep.
For 13. 22 to hit. For 6 more. And then... Nope, that'll miss.
Okay.
19 damage.
All right.
And... Yep, I think that's all I'm doing.
Girth.
Girth is going to retreat. So he takes a step back.
He is going to try and swing at you as you're thing since Bella has his attention. 15 for 15.
I fling my wrist up and deflect it with my reaction, casting shield.
He is real mad. But yeah, it misses. The foam
And
gets louder,
then
it gets worse.
That's a reaction. So I
Absolutely.
can still cast a spell, correct?
Right.
So Girth is gonna get up by the wall, and then he's going to hold out both of his hands and start summoning an orange bead of light. He's going to shout to Bella, Zenith, and Vic. He thinks this is Victor, so he's going to shout to that Victor and say, "Duck!"
Oh
and
no.
then he's going to emit a blast of fire, which is going to center on him, and that's why I have 2 tokens.
Center.
So this is 20 feet. Oh, well,
Sure, you
Gonna
want to,
get
like, push it back?
everybody.
I should have stepped back further.
I mean, you can push it. You can push
yeah.
it further back if you want.
Yeah,
You know
you said it
you
was
know your
here.
spells well enough. Okay, that's fine. If that's where you want to cast it there. Yeah, just not by yourself, I guess. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll cast it here.
okay,
Because I would.
you know your spells.
I think,
Well, actually, you're an evocation wizard, right?
Yeah.
Can't you just bend it around your friends?
Yeah, you can
That's what
sculpt
I'm trying to
spells.
do, but I have to do it I can only do it for 4 people.
Oh,
Forget about the echo.
well, he doesn't know that though.
Oh, that's true. He doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So the explosion of fire is going to go off at level 4. So allow me to roll some dice.
Oh man, that's a pretty number.
So I don't have to make a save?
No, you are. The flames bend around you, basically,
Oh.
due to this.
Yeah.
So, an explosion of fire erupts from this point and envelops almost the whole room. However, that warps around Zenith's form, and you are unharmed.
I like it. It's good time. Is that your turn?
That is.
Noah.
Yeah, I am bloodied, I am limping, and I finish my ascent sarcophagus. Is it open or closed?
It is closed.
I would like to open it.
As you push on the lid of the sarcophagus, it resists. And your pistol burned to a scorching heat at your side, and as if it's trying to pull you away from it. You feel like something's not right yet.
Not right yet. Oh my god, okay. Okay, can I do a check? Find out what?
Sure, roll a religion check at advantage.
Okay, come on, come on, come on.
As you put your scorching gun next to the lid of the sarcophagus, it's almost like the sarcophagus pushes your gun away. Like if you were trying to push it, it's protecting itself. It's almost like the sarcophagus knows it's in danger and it's protecting itself until that danger has passed.
Okay, okay. Okay. I guess that would be my action, right?
Yeah.
All right. I have an idea in mind. I'm gonna whisper it to you, but that will be my turn.
He sees you up there trying to break open the sarcophagus, which he believes is his. So he's going to point his sword up at you and pull a trigger. And you both see, standing beside him, smoke just emit from his gun as he shoots a gunner shot out of it at Noah and misses horribly.
Yes.
He burned a charge to do
Not a
it,
misfire?
and for him it's not, but because he has to burn things to do it, but he's gonna try it again. He's gonna burn another one of his munitions.
No.
Try it again
No.
for 17.
Oh my god, well
Or
I'm still
10.
standing.
For 10 bludgeoning. And he looks at you, and he looks at his gun sword, and he looks back at those who are beside him, and he's going all in. He raises right wrist to you where you know that the tether was before, and he's gonna fire it at you, Noah, for a 10 to hit, and the bullet misses. The bullet hits you in the chest, and as you're reeling and kind of from just the concussive blast that hits you in the abdomen, you just see the reel of the cable go flying over your head, just smashing into the wall behind you, and he misses.
Oh, thank god.
Bella, it is your
Literally.
turn.
Alrighty. Let's see. Bella's gonna move here, and then here, and then she's going to get down on one knee and steady herself and take a steady aim shot at this guy.
Nope.
You can't move and steady aim, remember?
Oh shit, that's right. I always forget about that. Okay.
I'm skinny.
You get it. You get the sneak attack because he's right there.
Oh yeah, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah. Actually, we're gonna give this a shot instead. I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna reach a hand out, and as he's misfiring with as he juts out his arm to shoot his grappling hook, I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna grab it, and I'm gonna try to cast inflict wounds. 21.
Okay. You
Is that-
reach out. It hit. 21 hits. You reach out, and as he is releasing the grappling hook from his wrist, You latch onto the wrist where you see the device that the grappling hook fires out of, and you grip it with, well, more might than you even may have believed you had. And you see that, Zenith, you see that Bella just kind of pulsates for a second, and this black necrotic energy flows out of her shoulder through her fingertips into the device on his wrist and starts to fill his arm, and his whole body just pulsates with this necrotic energy. His eyes begin to turn this shade of gray and black, and he's breathing, coughing blood, and he's still standing, but not in a good way.
Okay, I'm gonna let go, and I'm a bonus action disengage, and I'm gonna look at Zenith and say, "You got this," and I'll give him a wink and go back this way. And that's the end of my turn.
It's your turn.
I'm just gonna say, your time's done. Goodbye. As I steady aim and deal 31 damage.
You find and you stab him through the liver. He's still standing.
That's fine.
Okay. Victor.
5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm going to look at him and say, unlike some, I do not miss.
I hope you roll 3 ones.
How about a nat 20
Roll your damage.
for 15?
Okay.
Is he still standing?
Roll your attacks.
Ah, you're so mean.
This is cinematic, okay?
For 19?
Roll your attacks.
My gosh.
18 hits.
For another 8.
So, Bella, you run in, hit him with the inflict wound, and as you back up, you see Zenith stab him through the liver. In the blink of an eye, Victor appears beside him, and with the words, "Unlike some, I don't miss," you see he crosses to, with his axe and his morning star, and just cleaves his head clear from his body. The enemy falls to his knees, and just, you see his chest kind of deflate as all the air from his lungs just comes out of where his head was. You see him drop his gun sword. You see his wrist brace falls off his body, and as his corpse collapses to the ground, you see it's lifeless, it's unmoving, and he dies. And you beat him. He's dead.
I am putting all of my might into opening this thing.
As you get to the sarcophagus, and you do what you've done twice before, you brush off the dust and the cobwebs from the top of it. You see again an undercommon. When light and dark unite, true harmony is created. Life and death, yin and yang, the everlasting balance of this world must be protected. And then you kind of see appear a few inches below that, appear in front of you rather than being there before. Accept my power and bring forth harmony. And then you see a small little spike sticks out, just enough where it looks like it would be a pinprick, but for like your hand to place on the sarcophagus.
If you make this deal 3 points of damage, I'll kill you in
What do you
real
do?
life. I do it. I put my hand on it.
As you put your hand on it, you
I
feel
don't even care that I'm half dead. Like
you feel a small poke. Nothing that is true damage. You feel a small poke, and you feel just one drop of blood kind of seep down the spike. And pulsation releases from the sarcophagus. You see around the edges a combination of black smoke with golden radiating light kind of emits, and the lid floats up above you, and both of the pieces of the gun that you had in your bag of holding feel like they're being pulled, like they're being gravitationally drawn to this sarcophagus.
I'll pull them out.
As you pull out these pieces and you set them in their rightful home inside the sarcophagus, you see the lid floats back down, and you hear the securing of almost like a vacuum seal. And on top of the sarcophagus, again, you see the symbol of Hathor, the cow-like head with the golden horns and the golden nose ring. And you see that the disc between the horns stays this Vanta black. But as it goes on, you stand there for a couple of minutes, and you see and you feel that heat starts to emit from the closed sarcophagus, almost like that of a forge emitting flame as a smith is working the materials and working the tools inside of the forge. And the room gets hotter and hotter and hotter. And a short time goes by, and a brilliant flash fills the room. Everyone's blinded temporarily. And as you kind of reel back and put your hands up to guard your eyes from the light, it kind of starts to fade and your eyes start to adjust. And in place of where this sarcophagus used to be, there is now, on a completed smith stool stand, as if to display the completed work of this professional, is a whole completed two-handed firearm. And it is emitting both radiant light and dark smoke simultaneously.
I pick it up.
You reach out, you grab it. It feels heavy, but right in your hands. And you now have yourself a weapon, which you don't quite know what it does. You need to spend some time with it. But you feel that whatever it was that was calling you here, while you may not necessarily have saved the shop upstairs, you have something different. And as you all kind of spend time in this room, the other sarcophaguses are open. The lid is off of. You do find a few different things. You find all of these items in the different sarcophagi that you can split up however you would like. And as you make your way back through the caves, back through the town, and back to the Dungeon Delvers Guild, you arrive to the bartender, who looked like he'd been waiting for you. And he holds out and says, "Oh, come," and he hands you a package. And in the package there is a letter of gratitude from the one that enlisted your help, Mr. Steelston. And inside he explains that while his shop was destroyed, you did clear out the orc infestation and the other problems they were having, ability to rebuild on, since there wasn't really much going for him in that area anyway. And as payment as promised, there is 800 gold apiece in that package for all of you. So with that, you have completed the job that you took on. There's some harrowing times, but effectively, we're done. Good job.
Quick question, DM. The tether gauntlets, are those available to loot?
I was going to ask the exact thing.
Nothing on him is available to loot because nothing on that person is official. So no.
Oh. Okay.
Because I was totally going to ask to take them to look over.
I know. But yes, you guys have completed the Man with the Golden Touch mission. And if you level up, awesome. If not, you're one game closer to what you were. And I hope you all had fun.
Cool.
See, I was going to
That
take
was
another
awesome.
level in Gunslinger, but now I think this game is going to make me take a second in Cleric.
Well, with that, we can sign off and you can close the recording whenever you're ready. I hope whoever watches this in the future enjoys it as much fun as I had running it. So,
This was absolutely fantastic. Alex, as always, it's wonderful to play in your games. Thank you so much for having all of us. And yeah, let's sign off. Everybody say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
YouTube.
Good night.
Bye, YouTube. Happy dungeon delving, everyone.